My dudes, what's up? My voice, my voice is here. Don't worry.
Thanks for the entertainment today and sacrificing your voice.
Thanks, my dude. Debate Randy at the... I'm not debating anybody for a while. I need a fucking break, dude. Holy shit. I actually took a nap earlier. I was so exhausted. Oh my god. This is easily the worst conversation I've ever had in my entire life. The Tonka trucks, dude, is insane. I can't believe it. Pretty sure Naked Ape was worse overall. I don't know how to put it. Naked Ape, I think, was kind of like, I don't think Naked Ape is very stupid. I think that he just hardcore panders, not panders, but he has like a narrative that he wants to push, and maybe that blinds him a little bit. But the Tonka Trucks guy was on the level of no bullshit in terms of stupidity. Maybe like if you took no bullshit and you infused him with like a whole bunch of like testosterone or some shit, if you like roided him up, the Tonka Trucks guy was unbearable. Holy shit, I can't believe how stupid he was. Like having him gaslight me for the entire conversation, trying to play gotcha moments, was incredibly exhausting. Is the word. Exhausting is the word I would use for that conversation. I don't think my endurance has ever been tested as much as it was in the 4 or 5 hours of that convo. Holy shit. The exhausting thing about those conversations is that you have to be like peak too. You've got to be like, this sounds so dumb to say, but you have to be like peak performance like the entire time, because like if you start to give it all, I think people pick up on it. You should watch the VOD after Asmongold left. Andy was quite a cunt towards the end. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of evaluating that I have to do going into the New Year's. In terms of if I ever want to be on Andy's platform, I have to really think about it. I think that JF guy is mentally ill, and I think he's a huge piece of shit. And the fact that Andy like defends his shit really bothers me. Unlike I don't know. I have to think about it a lot. I'm not sure. because I don't like to bring like, I don't think that personal shit is very relevant to anything. I'll say this again. I've said it a few times. I seem a little hypocritical right now, but I don't think that personal attacks are ever a good way to win debates. I don't usually do them in terms of like debating somebody. The only thing that bothered me about JF is just how much he keeps defending his shit. Is like what's annoying to me, that he defends it publicly, you know?
Here is a little something something for having to deal with fucktards all day.
Thanks, my dude. What's the benefit with Andy? Well, the problem I have with Andy is that Andy pays JF. So like if I go on Andy's show, like Andy is earning money from super chats because he's capitalizing on my popularity. Not that he's like doing this consciously, like I'm leeching off Destiny. I don't mean to imply that. I don't think Andy does that. But like that's what happens, right? Is that I show up and they get more viewers if I'm like stirring shit up or having big conversations. JF is going to be getting a cut of that, which I don't think that's acceptable. I hate JF. I really don't like him. Like, not even as just like an individual, which is beyond fucking weird, but just the content that he does. I just think it's really dishonest.
Brood War with Kyle.
Did Destiny's mic get really quiet? Is my mic quieter than normal? A lot of people have been saying like mic quiet. Is this actually happened or? Oh shit. What about now? Did this fix it? Oh shit, I think I know what happened. My bad. Is this good now? Yeah. It's been the Google Hangouts, I think. I think that when I joined Google Hangouts, I bet they automatically adjust the microphone volume. I bet that's what's been happening. My bad. I'll keep an eye on that in the future. I didn't realize it. It's adjusting like in my computer. Did you see this? No. Oh no. He's so dumb. I can't, dude. I can't. Oh man, he's just so dumb. I don't know, dude. I don't mind when people are dumb. It's the combination of that he's like the I didn't know anything about this guy. Honestly, and this might be disappointing to some, if I would have known more about this guy going into it, I wouldn't have joined. I would have just I would have panned to this opportunity completely. I wouldn't have gone on at all. He's like the trifecta of like super aggressive, super smug, and super stupid. Like all three of those combined. Like to have somebody so smug and so aggressive, like also be so stupid was like unbelievable to me. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Just like backing up as a third, or just like backing up to like observe everything, like the idea that this guy is so fucking mad at me because 5 years ago, I was talking about jailbait and shared a picture of a chick that was like trying to hit on me or whatever, that's like the worst thing in the universe. But JF like convincing a mentally retarded girl to drive cross country to impregnate her when she's fucking 19 and he's 32. Like the fact that doesn't mean anything. Holy shit. That's another one for Andy too. I can't believe that. That's like that duality is like irreconcilable to me. Irreconcilable. Irreconcilable. There's no R at the end. Irreconcilable. Yeah, sorry.
Irreconcilable.
Thanks. Yeah, and that's another thing too, is that I can't talk about JF to Andy anymore because Andy literally pays JF. Like if he's his actual literal co-host and he's actually getting paid by him, I don't think there's any pulling Andy away from that. I don't really want to play these games anymore. Destiny, can you explain this? Now screenshot the part of that report where it's claimed that she's 11 years of mental age. Oh yeah, it was. Somebody did screenshot it. It was given when the application for appointment of temporary guardianship of the person contains a report from Dr. Mark Thompson, which states as follows. The ward demonstrates the social and mental maturity of a 10 or 11-year-old child. She has no comprehension of cause and effect relationships and is often known to have impaired. I didn't want to dig through the court docs again, but yeah, of course, that's why it was there. I don't think JF probably won't respond to this. Andy said something like you keep blowing up his Skype to get into every convo he is having on stream now. Oh, I don't try to. I mean, unless you're talking to things that are like directly related to me. Today I asked him. I asked him today if he wanted to do that 30-minute one-on-one. I said, give me 30 minutes today, Andy, one-on-one with you. Oh God, please, because I just wanted to talk to him without JF being there. And then he said, are you watching right now? And I was like, oh no, I didn't even know you were live right now. And he's like, I'm on Tonka's channel. And I go, oh. And he's like, do you want to swing by for a sec? And I'm like, sure, if he wants. What's the channel name? And then he threw me the invite. That's how I got on today. I had no idea that there was even a stream going on today. He was the one that invited me to it. I spam caps on him as a meme, so my messages to him are really obnoxious sometimes. But this is our conversation for today. That's how I got onto the stream today. I wasn't begging to get on. I didn't even plan on going on anything today. I thought when he had his show later, whatever, we could chat.
Watching Tonka makes me be on JF's side. On second though, if I act autistic enough, he will provide me financial security. And then we will make bobbies.
You spam caps
even though
yeah,
I am a guy, but JF will find a way through Biolo. OG. He is very smart. LMAO.
Do you see how dishonest he is and he's just using for views? I don't want to think that. I don't think Andy is dishonest. I just think he's really impressionable. Like, he will have the opinion. I don't like to talk. I feel like I'm talking shit. I mean, I would say this to him. Like, it feels like, well, I kind of did say this to him when I talked about the Amazing Atheist tweet. It feels like he has the opinion of the last person he talked to. Kind of reminds me of Trump a little bit. Who's dumber, Brittany or Tonka? I don't know, dude. I can't choose between the two. Both of them have like incomprehensible thought patterns, right? Where like they can't, they just can't. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it would be like to exist with a mind like that. I can't fathom it. I actually can't. I can't explain the thought process. I'm sorry. Did you watch Contra's new video? No. I think it's on capitalism, right? Ian tried to get on your good side. Yeah, I was really close earlier to DMing him and apologizing, to try to build a bridge there. But I honestly, I just don't know, dude. Today was like probably the most mentally exhausting day I've had in the past like decade. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I can like exist in a community like that without like wanting to fucking kill myself. Yeah, I don't know. The practice of always getting up was pretty rough. Yeah, I was actually really happy when Asmongold came in. I probably would have pieced out pretty quickly if he hadn't after that. It was too much. Seeing people pop in too is like really frustrating. Like it feels like sometimes I'm in like a bad anime where like as soon as you like one enemy shows up, there's like two more will pop out, and it's like like as soon as when Andy said that a girl was trying to come on, like, and I started to think like, oh shit, and then I was like, oh no, it's not Brittany, is it? And he's like,
Hey Destiny, have you seen the movie The Shape of Water?
and it's like they're
Apparently, this film is on par with
I
Pan's Labyrinth.
and the and they're like anime characters too, because they always have like the they always have like their like one attack, like Brittany's attack is like the child porn argument. It's like every time she shows up, like that's the attack she's going to use or something. I don't know. It also feels like an anime though, in that like sometimes the situations just feel today every situation just was set up so perfectly. You know, like you're watching an anime, and then like the hero runs into a dude, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well, are you gonna be ready for this?" And the thing that they bring out just happens to be the thing that like the protagonist spent 4 episodes preparing for, and you're like, "Okay, well that's really convenient, dude." Every topic they tried to hit on today, I was so ready to go. The HIV article, I was ready to fucking go with that shit. The North Carolina voter ID, that's like a gimme. Like as soon as I hear somebody like bring that up, like they want to defend, it's like, oh dude, like you're giving me the easiest GED topics in the world to throw at me. Like we can hash out these issues all day long. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like they were like, I think there was another one too where they would just like throw these. Oh yeah, the FBI, the data argument. That Tonka guy was so stupid.
Few 6 months, maybe my senpai will notice me. Also, will you ever play Prison Architect?
I noticed you, buddy. I love you.
Like RimWorld or Escape from Tarkov. Bonus me, Muo.
Maybe someday, my dude. He was so dumb with the data, where I was like, that picture says the Bureau of Justice Statistics, and then he links like the FBI, and he's like, here's the data you asked for. And it's like, well, first of all, the picture said, I'm not talking about a picture, I'm talking about a graph. It's like, okay, now you're talking about a graph, but it was in reference to the picture. I'm not talking about any picture. It's like, okay, well, where on this graph does it show breakdown of race, income, and crime? And he's like, you didn't ask for that. And it's like, do you think that I don't know that crime breakdown by race exists? Like, is that the implication? Is like, and he's like, admit it, I caught you. That Tonka dude is so cancerous. Like every other comment was like I gotcha. You said that 5 minutes ago. I didn't say that. You said that. It was like, oh my god. Tonka was the guy like no BS where he would immediately say something and say I didn't say that. Yeah, and then was gaslighting me the whole fucking time too. Holy shit, he was so stupid. And then he brought up the one link of a study from 1985 and the red circles. The red circle. It proved him wrong. Oh shit, dude. Oh man. Fucking idiot. I don't think I pulled anything from chat too. I don't remember it. I think there was one thing I pulled from chat, but like he's getting fed information by like all of his fucking subs. Like he's just saving up for like, he's charging his attack in the background for like 10 minutes where he's like not saying anything at all. You know, he probably reads at like 5 words per minute. He's like going through all the shit people, and then he'll like come out and he's like, what about this? And it's like, dude, like what? This isn't even like anything. And he's like, okay. And then he goes back in hiding for like another 20 minutes. I just watched the part where he accused you of saying sweatshops are beautiful, and you definitely didn't say that. He said it 100%. Oh, really? Can I shitpost that with him on Twitter?
I'm watching the VOD. Haven't gotten to the Asmongold part yet, but holy shit.
Yeah.
When you said, this stat proves my point, everyone went fucking dead silent. I think you're Jew like JF. Cause there's no way anyone can chain fuck this many retards and not be.
That was a good meme. Oh shit. You get an 8, you get a 9 out of 10 for that meme. Nice job, dude. I meme jacked somebody. I actually did something really disgusting earlier today. Um, I found a post in my subreddit and I deleted it. And I told the guy, I was like, I have to delete this because I'm meme jacking you. That's probably the worst thing I've done in my whole career. I'm ashamed to admit it right now. It was a fire fucking tweet too. It was such a good tweet. Goddamn, reading the comments on the last Andy Warski video is making me so retarded that I'm getting dick pics from JF in my inbox. I meme jacked this guy so hard. Holy shit. I meme jacked him so hard.
I was expecting Naked Ape and no bullshit to jump in that call to make it the ultimate meme of 2017.
Oh, I wouldn't put Mr. Medicare in the cat evil alignment. Oh, dude, oh fuck, that guy was also like a huge center for rationality. Oh, I don't know if Mr. Medicare is warming up to me or what, but like, holy shit. He felt like a sane person in that conversation. Or maybe my expectations for sanity are just so low. Like, Brittany was just saying, I feel like that child porn conversation was just so mind-blowing. I like had to stop and like reprocess the conversation a few times because it was like so impossibly fucking stupid. I could not follow the impossibly fucking derailed train of thought. Oh my god. Yeah, that might be another thing too, is that Medicare has a little bit of respect for me because I'll sit there and jump on like the crazy retarded fucking Skype calls and hash it out for like 2 hours with a bunch of people screaming at me like screeching autists. Yeah. Half the time he was just taking shitty jabs and probably doesn't care about anything he said. I don't know, like he was actually like asking me questions to like expand on points, which felt good. Where was it? Oh god. I don't even remember which link. Oh. This Remember when Ian specifically said, "Dude, you got owned. You got owned, dude. I owned you." Remember when Ian said that after we talked before Mr. Medicare showed up?
Ian? Is it Ian or Ian?
Ian, it's Ian, yeah.
Ian, yeah. I mean, he did kind of blow you the fuck out there on your article.
I know.
Right? Like you have to admit that. I mean, that was
I do admit that.
It's so funny how like they like play into like they'll always agree with like their side and they'll always disagree with me no matter what I say. Like they have to disagree on everything. They're so desperate to catch on something. Yeah. But like they just kept stumbling into areas where it's like I felt bad. Like it was the ultimate awkward combination of they got to control the flow of the conversation, but then they would go into topics that I like have spent like the last month looking into, like what do you think about the HIV article? It's like, oh, I actually know a decent bit about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Like, what do you think about the North Carolina voter ID thing, or what do you think about like what about this economic thing, right? Oh God, when Ian wants to try to talk about anything related to trade, oh shit, dude. He's trying so hard. Yeah, Ian doesn't really come off as somebody that would go full retard in a conversation with you, though, like the Tonka Trucks does. Ian just came off as somebody like, I need like my group to talk to, like I need like my in-group to be with. I thought it was really awkward how Ian kept jumping on every single thing Brittany said and agreed with every single thing Brittany said. That was so awkward to me. Yeah, I don't know. That was really weird. How did I end up cleaning cardboard? Shut the fuck up. Stop.
Tonkas fight money and 4 hours of entertainment.
Would you do another round against James Allsup and Nick Fuentes together, or Tonka alone? I would do the other two, Fuentes and Allsup, I guess. Or I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. That's really hard. Fuentes is more intelligent than Tonka, but about as dishonest, I think. So I'm not sure. The Tonka guy gets so mad, but Fuentes gets really mad too. I think it's more enjoyable making Fuentes mad.
What did you think of Mr. Mouton's Ultra Boosts?
Ultra boosts. One of the reasons why I enjoy doing this kind of stuff is that for a long time, you've noticed that the right has been able to present themselves as the smooth talking, calm people, like Sargon, you know, when they always point out how crazy the fucking libs are and all that shit. It's fun to walk into these kinds of conversations and have these guys going like literal ape shit. Like that's like really, I hope it translates. I hope that like people notice, I guess, and I think they do. I've been getting a lot of emails and messages recently, but like when you have like literally this shit going on, you know, let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done, and I'll explain the.
You're done. I'm helping you guys, okay, sir?
Okay, so a projection.
Okay, so
let me give you an example, okay?
So let me give you an example, sir.
Let's say that the poll.
Let's say that the poll
is 60 to 40.
It's 60 to 40, sir.
Okay, you would say that one person.
You would say that one person
has a 20-point lead.
Was inside my wife. I mean, has a 20-point lead.
Okay, so just because you have a 20-point lead doesn't mean that like when they're literally getting like this fucking triggered. I don't know. That's funny to me. That's an accomplishment. For me, that's a personal accomplishment. Like, I don't know. I like it. Hold on, I'm getting like hardcore cucks right now. I was incredibly impressed with how you kept your cool during this clip. Well, I mean, I stop and I let him do it, right? Notice how, once I notice that he's copying me, notice how I slow down and I just speak a little bit and let him do it? Because I feel like he's got to be making himself look worse at this point, right? Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done, and I'll explain the difference. You guys will be smarter for it. I'm helping you guys, okay?
Let me know when you're done. I'm helping you guys, okay, sir?
Okay, so a projection.
Okay, so
let me give you an example, okay?
So let me give you an example, sir.
Let's say that the poll.
Let's say that the poll
is 60 to 40.
It's 60 to 40, sir.
Okay, you would say that one person.
You would say that one person
has a 20-point lead.
The alien
the
was
funny thing is
definitely
that
a good way to send off 2017. You've done so well this year,
Thanks,
Steve,
buddy.
and we are all proud of you.
The funny thing is that nice. Notice how he cuts me off a little bit. I don't think he realized that I was giving him room to talk. Like,
let's say that the poll
is 60 to 40.
It's 60 to 40, sir.
Okay, you would say that one person. Notice how he tries to cut me off there? It's because he doesn't even realize that I'm giving him space to copy me. Oh, man. I don't think, shit. This is very funny to me. I actually feel so egotistical because I started watching these. I watched a few of these afterwards because I should have actually looked at the fucking picture before I brought it up.
I gotta give you the time with Soma.
No, yes, showing you
Yeah,
a thing
fake
you said didn't exist. That wasn't.
Yeah, he was just showing you a thing
Like,
that you
he
said
links me-
didn't exist.
Just this is the state of this conversation.
So
He
here's the-
links
here's
he
the
links
thing,
a
right? No, when
gotcha
John
picture.
John-
He links a
that didn't-
gotcha
no,
picture
when
that
John
actually
John quoted
proves
it-
my point.
No, no.
It's
This
even
is
big
the thing you said
John
didn't
John
exist. That
quoted
your
it.
point actually didn't exist.
You
You
got it wrong.
disingenuous fuck.
You claimed that the statistic didn't
He's got
exist.
it.
and It does exist.
It proves my point right here. It's
fake
right in
laugh.
it. It's even
He's gonna
circled.
fake
It's got
laugh
a
for his
big red circle
14-year-old
for him.
philosophers. Go ahead and fake laugh for your
Oh,
14-year-old.
I bet it was. I bet the
fans.
red because when Tonka
Laugh
sees
for
red,
your 14 little man.
red
Go ahead,
aggression.
laugh for the-
Oh shit, dude. Oh my god. Too many memes. The reason why he gave me that link is because I think a fan just like DM'd it to him. A fan just messaged it to him, so he saw the link and he just threw it at me like he was gonna get me or whatever. Oh shit, dude. What a horrible fucking conversation. He sounds like a fucking Sesame Street character. Yeah, maybe, dude. If you were asked to go on Fox News and debate with some conservative political figures / newscasters about President Trump, would you do it, or would you fear they would demonize you the whole time? Oh, I don't know. Probably, I'm not sure. It depends on who you'd go and talk to, I guess.
It's time to stop!
I actually, one of the reasons why I don't like this guy is because I have a hard time listening to his voice. Every time I listen to him talk, I feel like my throat is like turning red.
It's time to stop!
Do you get that? Oh god, like it feels like my throat is going raw just listening to him talk. It's like the biggest it's like the only complaint I have about him. Well, it's like the biggest complaint I have about him. Ugh. Did I miss a good Destiny meme? Oh my dude.
Requesting that the YouTube VOD for that shit show be named Season Finale, POGGERS.
He stopped because of throat issues? Oh really? Can we just clarify that Brittany is a troll?
What's his name? Fucking Pay. I hate them all. Stop doing dank memes in my fucking live stream and stop doing the fucking memes. Delete.
I think at one point she was, but even if she is trolling right now, it doesn't matter. She plays the part through every facet of her life. Like,
Frog one. What's his name? Fucking Pay.
this was posted in 2015. I mean, like, at one point in time, she was, like, kind of like a Casey clone. Like, that's what she did. But you can't say now that she's,
Oh my goodness.
you can't say now that she is, a troll. Like, she's, like, way too into, like, this fucking alt-right shit. Like, she was literally at the fucking Charlottesville rally, wasn't she? And she's big into all of this, like, anti-SJW shit. Plus, she, like, makes, like, a lot of tweets about this shit. And she talks about, like, you can't call it a troll, I don't think. She memed herself into a literal character? Yeah, maybe. I chain fucked my way down the East Coast. I'm sorry. I'm done. We're done with those memes. I'm sorry. I never, yeah. So there was a comment on my YouTube video. It was like, I didn't know I was going to learn the word chain fuck today. Okay. Which outriders have you been the least annoying to talk with / debate? Allsup? I don't know. Has there been anybody that's worth can we rack our brains for a moment? Who have I debated that's been like worth talking to, or that's like actually not been like a brick wall? Is there anybody? I can't. If it's everybody, then maybe the problem is, I don't know. We have to do introspection at that point, because these people can't all be this stupid, right? Andy, we talked about the headline outrage culture. I haven't done many debates lately, have I? We took a big politics break and we came back with all this fucking shit. Blair White, fuck no. Oh God. Is Amos like the last like semi-intelligent person that we talked to? Oh no. That we had a debate with? Do you think? Oh God. Vegan Gains was a smart dude. I enjoyed my conversation with Vegan Gains. I think he's a pretty intelligent guy. He might be a little crazy, but aren't we all a little crazy? When I say Amos, what I mean is like Amos seemed to consider my arguments. It seemed like he was considering what I was saying. I'm sorry that this is like the basis by which I talk about these things, but it seems like with Tonka or Ian or Brittany, they like, it was like, so like when you have a debate, somebody says something and then you take it and respond to it, and then they take that and respond to it, and then they take that and respond to it, and this is how you go like back and forth. But with Brittany and Ian, it's like, okay, well, what about this? No. Okay, what about no? Okay, well, how about no? And they just like, it's like a train, a never-ending train. People are putting out Bad Bunny, White Nervosa. I'm just talking about like people like in this kind of like skepto YouTube sphere, like the popular people over there. I'm trying to see if I've had any good conversations. What if we do this for like another 6 months and I discover in the most painful way possible that everybody was actually right on the left, that there's just no point in talking to any of these people at all? Wait, oh my God. What is this thumbnail? Oh, it's the Oma, never mind. This is where Tonka had you trapped.
Say, I like your outfit there.
Yeah, Amos was intelligent enough to have an actual conversation with you, debating a specific topic. He had rational responses to your responses. Yeah. I don't even remember what my convo with JF, the original one, was about.
Remember when you said you didn't wanna die on that hill? Well, sorry buddy.
What is the point? You got trolled on for 4 hours and now you're salty. Oh yeah, and all the underage chicks I fuck, I guess. How did I get trolled for 4 hours when I was carrying 13,000 viewers,
Muhammad Bonelli,
collecting donations,
soon, brothers, Allahu Akbar,
getting my shit posted all over Reddit? How was I the one getting trolled for 4 hours? Oh God. Oh shit, dude. Destiny is okay. I can't read. I'm gonna be. I feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with like 5,000 interactions on Twitter. Fuck. We need to go debate people on the left. Maybe I feel like a debate with like Sean and Jen or somebody can't be this bad, right? Because they'll actually respond to what you said. Even Saragon. Oh God, it hurts to say it. even Sargon was more reasonable than a lot of the people we've been speaking with lately. Maybe this is why they hold Sargon up as like a paragon of intellectuality, because compared to people like Tonka and Ian and shit, he actually is not.
If you weren't Jewish, none of this would be happening.
Oh, is Tonka Trucks actually watching? Oh shit, dude. You're a
After
funny
this
guy.
debate, have you given any more thought to eugenics? HMM Steiny.
No, not yet, my dude. You don't debate with anyone on the left. You basically agree with them already. Yeah, it's hard to find people more left than me on like relevant social issues without going like hardcore into like communists and socialists and shit. One day we'll debate H. Bomber Guy about the prequels, though. That's the conversation that needs to happen. The yeah, there's like so much weird shit. Like sitting in a conversation with two people that are calling me a manlet when they're both shorter than me is like really weird. I'm not even. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird to me. Do you think that qualifies as gaslighting? Holy shit. Did Ian call you a manlet? I think he did, or he was jumping on Brittany doing it, I think.
Even Sargon was reasonable, are four cursed words that will kill whoever
maybe,
speaks
dude.
them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to create like I'll try to create like a list and shit of people that like I'll try to avoid engaging anymore. Like if they show up on shows, I'll just say like I have to peace out. Brittany, Tonka Trucks, no bullshit would be 3 people that would easily make that list. Ian, I was really aggressive towards Ian. I think if I was less aggressive towards Ian, I think he would be more agreeable with me. And if there wasn't another retard in the call, like constantly slinging shit, I think that like in a one-on-one, as much as it pains me to say it, I might be able to have a reasonable
Loved the
conversation with
season
Ian.
finale of Destiny 2017. The sit-down commentary of the last episode was a nice bonus meme.
I don't know about the Aiden person. Again, God, it hurts to say it, but I don't even think that Aiden isn't anywhere close to the level of stupid that like no bullshit Brittany and Tonka Trucks are close to the level of stupidity that they are. Yeah. She could at least do a back and forth. The thing is that like with these guys, there was no back and forth. It was just me repeating myself and then them not like hearing anything I'm saying and then like bringing up like random shit. Like how many times did we pivot back to the 15-year-old thing in that conversation? Like I don't know if it was like the Tonka dude is like maybe he's like rocking back and forth and he hasn't like screamed in like the past like 10 minutes. He's like, ugh, and he would just like run. Like as soon as they started to run out of steam on any argument, they would like kind of bounce around to like other random shit, you know? Rewatch the combo with Aiden, you'll change your mind. Yeah, maybe. Never mind, maybe. Was Theron Meyer bearable? I didn't really debate her. She was talking alongside me, so.
National Institutes of Health.
I met
both of which
Destiny
say
at
you
TwitchCon
Yeah, I've seen
last
all this
year.
stuff.
He gave me a hug. He's actually really nice. I don't know how people can be so mean to him. Sad face.
Okay. It was also funny listening to Tonka Trucks be like, "Who the fuck are you?" Dude, there's a couple things that trigger me. When Tonka Trucks brought up like, "How do you want to spend other people's money?" Like, oh god, dude. Oh, fuck. We need to find tax shelters. Next year is going to be the year of the tax shelter, boys. That's what we're going to look at. We need to hide all of this fucking money from the government because I'm getting fucking raped on my fucking taxes this year. Thoughts on Asmongold? Asmongold seems like somebody that I could have a back and forth with because he has like a reasonable thought process. The thing that I'm focused on right now really isn't so much the ideas or the conclusions, right? It's not the stuff down here. It's the rationale that you use, like you know, like what connects to what in order to like actually like form like a coherent argument. I don't really care so much like what they say. It's more like how do you form your ideas and opinions. So like the Tonka trucks guy, this was just nothing. There was nothing going on in here. It was, well, there was one thing going on in here, right? We hate Destiny. So therefore, everything Destiny says is wrong and we hate him. Like, when he's like screaming at me, like, what about the economical things? Like, maybe do dungeon runs. Oh yeah, we can do that. Did you lie or did you actually forget? No, I never lie about anything. I forgot. I legitimately thought, when Mr. Medicare brought up were you talking about her tits or whatever? The other girl that I was talking about had really nice boobs. And I thought that that's who I was talking about. Because if you look at the end of that conversation, we are talking about her boobs. I forgot that I had mentioned the other chicks in the beginning. I legitimately forgot. I mean, like, I feel like this is evidenced by the fact that, like, I opened up saying, like, if you want to go through the paste bin, we can. I haven't read the paste bin, like, ever. I don't read shit that I wrote before. I know that it floats out there a lot, but I mean, like, do you think I'm gonna open it and like reread like this? Like, it's cringe as fuck. I don't want to read a conversation that I had in a private group like 5 fucking years ago. Fuck that shit. Like, if I'm on a live stream with like 10,000 people, the idea that he thinks that I would intentionally lie about something when every single person can see the paste bin that's pretty extreme. Like, I know that maybe some people think I'm really stupid, but like, I mean, I don't. Do you really think I could get away with that? like maybe if I just lie about something that's clearly in the paste bin that everybody can see, you know, maybe nobody will know when I've got like a room full of people that are trying to catch me on literally every single word. I don't know. Yeah, maybe if I would have said the 15-year-old chick was mentally retarded and I was trying to impregnate her, maybe they would have been on my side. Why do I have packs? I don't even care about it. I don't care. I think I have to concede out of a match.
Leather, steel, torches, adventurers! Adventurers! Valera versus Randalmar!
Watch your back.
Be gone! Your magic finds no purchase here.
Kane won. Oh, no. We got fucked. I already remember getting fucked. I already remember getting fucked by bad cards. Nope, we're out of here. No way. You still have anybody who's on your dream debate list? I think... I don't even know, dude. Maybe Ben Shapiro? But I don't know at this point. I'm probably gonna take... I need to take, like, a break. It sucks because like I laugh everything off and shit, but this has actually been like I said, like this has been the most mentally exhausting activity that I've done for probably my entire streaming career. This is really, really hard to bear for 4 hours. Holy shit, it was really hard to bear. I actually had to lay down and like sleep and like collect my thoughts and shit after the stream. I don't normally do that. I like never do that. I very rarely feel like I need to like take a break. Like usually I can hop into something else and just kind of like keep on tracking. But like I had to like sit down and like detox for a few hours after that. Holy shit. Yeah, Ben Shapiro at least, I think, can form rational arguments. He talks quickly and he sounds smart, so I'm hoping that he can. Like, I don't know. Stefan Molyneux, I don't think... You know how, like, in Rurouni Kenshin, you know how in the manga, after he does that super duper slash thing, like another time on, is it Shisha or whatever? how like he can never do it for the rest of the manga because he used up like all of his power and I feel like I might have ran into that tonight where it's like I don't know if I can handle combos with people like Stefan Molyneux now. Like after tonight, like I don't know if I could deal with more of that. At least not for a while. Holy shit. Do you think a sufficient moderator would cause these debates to be like exhausting? Well, like, again, like, I have to stop back and think over and over again to make sure that I'm not being biased. Like, my answer to you would be, yeah, I think a moderator would help a lot, but I don't know if I feel that way just because the other people might be biased towards me. Like, as soon as Mr. Medicare, it hurts me to say this, but every time Mr. Medicare opened his mouth, it was like, oh my god, like, at least this guy is, like, somewhat reasonable. Like it sounds like what I'm saying, like he's hearing what I'm saying, so I can have a back and forth, even if he's like, because like he started in on the carpet bomb Mexico stuff, but then when we spoke a little bit, it seemed like he was at least understanding my point of view. Even if he disagreed with it, it seemed like I could talk to Mr. Medicare as a human being and he would kind of understand it. Whereas with Ian, Brittany, and Tonka Trucks, it was just, there was nothing, there was just no getting through to them at all. Holy shit. So like if I had like maybe some sort of moderation or whatever would be good. Yeah, I don't know.
Handle it.
He's talking about Aiden. Who's talking about Aiden? What are you talking about?
Here we go.
Ian wanted to be friendly with you when you started talking about economics. Yeah, but I was like way too high strung. Like I was way too high octane on all that shit. Death rattles triggered twice. I wish I could get battle cries. I don't know. There's like. Oh God. Why do I get these? Why do I get these cards? Restart it until you get flag or battle cries. Oh, do you think I should? Did Tonka really get 2,000 in donations? I wonder if he's being honest with that. He could have, it's possible, but I really wonder. Destiny listener to talk shows? Yeah, I just don't want to do anything right now.
Watch your back.
Time for pain.
When you take death rattle and then get no death rattle, that is too bad. Yeah, maybe.
I give up.
Death rattle is really good with the jades. Is it? Why would he lie about making 2K? What does he have to gain from that? I think he's really dumb. I think he would lie about anything that he would think makes him look better.
Go the way, and show the whip.
He had a 12-hour stream? Oh, holy shit. Athena has 15 viewers and makes millions. Well, there you go. Oh my god, the funniest thing in the world would be to like find out, like, get Tonka Truck's docs or whatever and send him like $1,000 worth of Tonka Trucks. Like, get the guy to leave them like on the porch or whatever, like, so that the cases are clear, and like get like a video of him like opening his door and he looks outside and there's like fucking like 100 boxes of like Tonka Trucks and shit. You see him like go outside, like pick them all up and take them inside. Oh shit, dude. Do you think you're changing people's minds by doing these internet debates? It's honestly like, this sounds like so cliche to say, but it's one of the only things that keeps me going. I get like a lot of emails from people saying that like they used to think one thing, or they thought that I was a really dumb person, and then they actually watched me in a conversation and their opinion was like totally 180. Yeah, that's I think that's happening quite a bit. I hope it is, at least. I don't care if your opinions change so much either. That's not so much. I just want you to make sure that you're like understanding the opposition and then like actually thinking about your own. I don't care if people agree with me or not. That's not my goal. It's just to get people to think about things a little bit more. That's my only goal. That's always been my goal. Any plans to dunk on more gamers? I found you through the JonTron debate. I mean, like, I only did JonTron. Like, I know that people have like a hard time believing this, but like, I only did the JonTron thing because I heard him getting lost. Like, my goal, I want to challenge Tonka on this, but this kind of dick waving is like really unhealthy. Yeah, I don't know. It's not good, actually. No, actually, hold on. Battle cries twice. Ooh, Cthulhu shit. Yeah, that's good. Fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh, for the JonTron stuff, I'd heard him, he thinks he blew up the Aiden Paladin suit? Oh, okay. I don't know why he thinks that has anything to do with anything, but, yeah, I know, Empire lore, that was the temptation. But it feels like, oh yeah, the JonTron thing. I heard him on a conversation with Sargon, and he just started saying some crazy fucking shit, and I was like, holy shit, like somebody should talk to this guy, like he's going off the deep end. And it was obvious in listening to him that like Sargon was pulling him like hardcore towards like some crazy shit. So I didn't know that it was going to be as crazy as it was.
And
I had no
consider
idea.
myself pretty retarded, but I feel less retarded and more aware of my biases now that I've been watching you for almost a year. Desta Senpai.
Thanks, buddy. One thing that's possible, it's possible that Tonka has like a real job or something where he makes a lot of money or something. I don't know. It's not really relevant to anything. We're getting into like jerking off in like really dumb ways. Can you make SoundCloud playlists? I'm sure you can, right? What secrets? Is it like counterspell? Yeah, it is. What does this do? Oh, this card is actually really fucking good. Holy shit. I didn't realize I got that card. Glink wants to talk to you. If he wants to talk now, he can, but it sounded like earlier he was just trying to get in on the memes because I had a lot of viewers. Yeah, I know who it is, Stalky dude. Oh wow, that sounds so bad together. I think this song, I think the instrument is detuned, and then with the sub sound, it sounded really off. Move your portrait? Oh, sorry.
First, you never felt it because it doesn't exist. What you call love was invented by guys like me.
Is that right?
Are you sure about it?
What's your take on the Wichita swatting situation? Are the police and SWAT are equally responsible? Probably not. The police is probably more responsible there. They need to stop killing people for no reason, dude. Jesus Christ. If your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, summon another Emperor? So you could summon 2 of them? Holy shit. With taunts? That's insane. Did I see the video? No, I haven't, micspam. There's a video of the shooting?
I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Because there isn't one.
I think I realized it until this moment.
Dude. I can't see shit. I have no idea what's going on in this video. These are they shoot him at 50 meters away from moving at all. No one was in any danger at all. So like, oh my god. I can't believe I'm about to do this. Oh, this feels disgusting. This feels so gross. But I'm gonna provide a small argument for the cops, okay? I'm gonna give you a little bit of an argument for the cops, okay? So we see this, and we know that this is fucking horrible, and that the cops are literally killing a dude for no fucking reason. But if you look at it from the police point of view, all they have to go on is they're literally getting a phone call saying like, hey, 911, there's literally a guy, and he's holding his, he's holding his 9-year-old son and his girlfriend hostage in the house. He's got a gun to both of their heads. He's already stabbed his daughter. I don't know if anybody is even still alive. There was screaming earlier. Like, these are the types of calls they get during SWAT information, or during these, like, SWAT things. This is the information they get. So when the cops literally roll up to the door, they're like, this is why it's called swatting. I don't even know how many people know that. The reason why it's called swatting is because the original intent of your call is to make it so that it's such a serious situation that the SWAT team shows up. It's not about just getting police to go there or whatever. You have to present the goal is to present like a situation where like there's such a huge life or death thing that the cops like have to get SWAT on call and have to be ready to be like on fucking like, you know, like on some crazy shit. Oh, they told me it was a bomb. Oh, sure. Yeah, I think usually the way they do it was wait, everybody's saying different shit in chat. Wait, what? People keep why are people saying he has a bomb? Destiny, he drops his hands to his waist, and the call was that he had a gun, held his family hostage, and he coated the house in gas and wanted to light it. Yeah, that sounds right. So what you're supposed to do is, if you want to SWAT somebody, you have to, there's like a couple points. One, you have to show that they already have been violent, so that the police feel like they're on a ticker, and so that they know the person is serious, right? So you have to say that like, oh, like he's already stabbed his daughter. Two, you have to show that he's got a deadly weapon, he has a gun or something, so that the police are more likely to shoot or break in or bring the SWAT team. And then three, this kind of goes in with it too. A hostage being present helps a lot too to get the police like more on edge. That like when you do like a SWAT, this is how you do it to get like the cops on edge and shit. I mean, the cop shooting him is really bad, but like I'm just giving you an idea. Like this is what they're responding to when people SWAT people. So like if you see cops like shoot people for no reason, like it's really fucked up and they shouldn't. But that's a really hard spot for a cop to be in. Damn, that's a really rough one. That when you get a call like that, you literally are looking at a house where you think that somebody might already be injured, maybe fatally injured, or on the way to being fatally injured. You think the guy in there could hurt somebody else, and he's got a gun and he'll hurt you. Like, there's a lot of shit going on there that's really fucked up. I'm live right now discussing child porn. I I'm so bored of this argument. It's so boring to me.
Armor made to fit.
They didn't know if the guy on the porch was the shooter or a hostage or a civilian. Oh yeah, no, it's still bad. It's still bad. To shoot first with no signs of danger is jumping the shark. No, yeah, no, it's still a fuck up on the police's end, but I'm just pointing out that, like, it's a pretty fucked situation all around.
You wanna buy a funnel cake?
Oh, Cthulhu, our dude. Are you allowed to just go face? I'm not sure if I can do this.
Buy one!
I also really want to get rid of this dude. Or at least I think I do. Yeah, the thing is that, like, I don't really care about, like, the child porn shit that much. I don't have, like, I just don't feel that strongly about it.
Fuck glink.
So it kind of sucks to get dragged into this conversation so much now. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Gain 10 armor, reduce the cost of your minions you hand by 2? This seems insanely good. Holy shit. What does this do? From your opponent's class. Oh, gotcha. Destiny, we read that. Gain 10 armor, reduce the cost of minions in your opponent's hand. Oh! Never mind. Okay. My bad. I'm reevaluating the value of that card.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
This costs 5 mana to play? Ouch. Vanish might be pretty good here, I'm not sure. Boom, boom, boom.
Here we go.
You think, or did I just fuck myself? I'm not sure. Do you see Glink's trick? Yeah, but I mean, I just don't. I don't know. Like, I'm getting, like, pigeonholed into, like, doing this conversation so much. Glinks is in your Discord. What's up, buddy?
Oh shit, what's up, dude? So you know, to your debate with people. Yeah, that was kind of a shit show. But you know, I noticed. I don't. Maybe you don't want to talk about CP. I wanted to bring up one point during that, which no one was talking about.
I mean, if you're like a reasonable human being, yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about it?
Okay. Regarding CP, just something I really quickly wanted to say is that do you like? I totally kind of can see where you're going with this, and I pretty much disagree with Brittany Venti and all those people with their just extremist views against it. But so if you follow your thing to its logical conclusion, though, and your reasonable points, which is, you know, use old CP that the actors have full consent of and all that. One thing to consider, though, is it's not just so easy to get consent, as I'm sure you're aware, because it's like, you know, you need an ethics committee. You need to make sure that it's all not going to have some unintended consequences and all that shit. And so at the end of the day, you might have very, very few scenarios in which this is actually going to go pass through such a committee, right? Okay, and then so from there, it's like there's so many what ifs that it's at that point you're not even because people like to frame it as, oh, you're an advocate of CP as long as it helps solve this problem, but it's not even. It's like such a narrow range of cases that that's really such a bad way to frame it. Number one, and then number two, something that I don't think gets considered a lot is we don't know. How recent are these studies? They're like not super long going, right?
They're not really studies. They're just like, or I don't know if it's considered a study now, but it's just like collecting data and seeing that like in countries where porn has been legalized and even child porn or whatever, that like certain sexual attacks and whatnot, like all of these things tend to drop when that happens. But I mean, like that, there could be a lot of reasons for that. Maybe, I mean, you could find a lot of correlated things. It's not necessarily causal. I mean, like, basically my whole point for this glink is that, like, my ultimate goal is to have less children raped. So I would just follow the research wherever the research goes. Like, that's it.
Right.
So like when like a lot of these objections are just like really dumb. No, I don't want to say dumb, but like when you say like, well, maybe they can't get the consent from anybody to do like the child porn stuff, and it's like, well, okay, well if they can't, then we just wouldn't do it. Like, what do you think my response would have been to that? Do you think that I would say, well, they should force them against their will to do it?
No, obviously not. I'm just trying to see where this ends
well, no,
up.
yeah, no, I'm saying that's so like you would just follow like the research or the procedure. So they can't find anybody to do it, then yeah, they just wouldn't do it, obviously.
And then what do you think about Loli? Or like virtual porn or anything like that.
That's a really hard one for me. For me, I would have to think a lot about this. For me personally, I don't like that shit in my community. I think I have all that shit banned across my Discord and everything, just because I feel like if you're into lolly shit, that's like, it's like you're kind of into child porn. But I know that like there's a lot of people that don't. What?
Like, what do you think about that being used as therapy instead of CP?
Oh,
like,
yeah, I mean, if they could be used instead, then that would be highly preferable. Of course, yeah, for sure. Because there's not a person actually... So I said this earlier, and of course everybody freaked the fuck out. But like, if we're being rational, right? Child porn, the consumption of child porn in and of itself isn't the moral wrong. It's the fact that somebody is hurt in the creation of it. That's the fuck up, right? So like, if you could consume, you know, like lolicon or 3D porn or some shit that's like children, then yeah, that'd probably be a lot better. Assuming other things are in place, like if that's like.
So then you don't view Loli as morally wrong in and of itself, then, right? Because no one's being harmed in Loli.
It would. No, if you wanted to view lolicon as like morally harmful, you would have to make arguments about long-term effect. So like for instance, like here's a way that you could argue against it. Now I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody could say that like, well, we've looked at data and people that look at lolicon after a while begin to develop a taste for normal child porn, and then after a while begin to develop the desire to abuse a child. If you could show those connections, then you would argue that by proxy, well, lolicon, the consumption of it is kind of immoral because this is the road that it leads down. You might be able to argue that, you know, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, something else. I don't know if you're willing to entertain this, but you were talking about universities and about students and how you don't think it's, and I think you've said this multiple times, how you don't view that it's a big issue.
Yeah.
What's going on in universities with, I guess you could say, social justice or just leftism in general. Do you stand? So you stand by that, obviously, right?
I mean, I think it's some stuff worth talking about, but I don't think it's like a massive deal, like the end of the world or anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but like you were saying that students have always been...
Yeah, have always been radicalized. Yeah, students are always radical, yeah, on college campuses, yeah.
But don't you agree that in this day and age that professors are certainly playing a role in this radicalization, or at least in steering it?
Not really, because it doesn't seem to be demonstrated. A lot of these times has actually been like a professor fighting a student. Like, what was that one college where all the students were rebelling against the professor, even though he was like a somewhat reasonable dude? The guy went on Joe Rogan.
Evergreen? You're talking about Brett
it might be
Weinstein?
Evergreen, yeah. So like, I don't know if I agree that like, I mean like, I hate to pull like is there data to back that? Like, I don't know, is this actually like a thing where there are like all these radical professors and shit?
Well, if I may, it actually in that exact scenario, Brett Weinstein has many times cited the fact that the problem actually wasn't the students. It's because the faculty and the staff and the way the whole system was run was in such a way that it actually further radicalized these students, and that the staff was capitulating to these just insane demands that were probably he was theorizing that they were essentially radicalized and told to do these things. Like they were actually told to protest him for being white, essentially, by another professor. Like he has gone on record saying that. And so the point is, like, yes, you're right. Obviously, these students, they're very impressionable. They're somewhat radical and energetic. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of this sort of censorship and far leftism, social justice going on is hugely due to the professors, which are very liberal, of course, overwhelmingly liberal and not conservative.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect anybody in academia to be overwhelmingly liberal because it's very, very hard in the United States to be intelligent and be conservative. That's a very difficult position to take. When the conservative party, the Republicans, are literally like denying climate change and denying that contraception works and like denying like all of these these pretty heavily scienced positions, it's really hard to exist in an academic environment and be a Republican. That's really difficult to do. You could do it for market-based arguments for like economics and whatnot. That's probably why so many like MBAs and like business-related people tend to be more conservative in academia. But if you're like in any of the social sciences or any of that where pretty much your entire profession is denied as existing by a lot of people on the right, yeah, I can understand why I would have a liberal bias. I don't know entirely. I have to look in more. Like if you've got whatever you just talk to me about, if you could send me that, I'll read it later to see if it's a thing. Usually what I hear is, I just shot you a link, somebody sent me this, is usually what I hear is the opposite, that when students engage more with professors, it tends to moderate their views, and that the most extreme students you get are the ones that form these unions or form these student people, like body, I don't want to say student bodies, but they form like these student groups that are on their own, independent of the professors, that those are usually the most radicalized groups of people. But what you're saying could be entirely right. The thing that I just linked is from 2014, so it might even be outdated in the current political climate. So for whatever you were talking about earlier, if you want to shoot me that link and I'll look over it sometime.
Okay.
I sent you this thing on Discord. Study finds that the more students engage with faculty members and academics, the more their political views moderate. Student activities are what appear to encourage those already leaning left or right to tilt further. Yeah, but I'm not sure. It could be. I mean, there could be some professors playing into it. But again, like, do you think that like in the 60s, do you think all the professors were like pro-Vietnam War and shit, and it was the students that were...
No. Well, actually, no. Back then, they were way more conservative than they are now. They were probably still overwhelmingly liberal, but
wait, back in the college days, you think that the professors,
not the students, the professors,
you think
they were more conservative than they are now.
But colleges played a huge role in protesting the Vietnam War. Like they apparently like were helping students find ways to like avoid the draft and shit. like they were very, very liberal. Like there's a huge, I don't want to say huge conservative movement, I shouldn't say that, but there are a lot of conservatives that blame the entire loss of Vietnam, if you think that we lost, that blame that whole loss on literally college kids protesting, that liberals are the ones and all their protesting what made us lose the war.
Well, okay, but that's a little bit different because I mean, even conservatives today, many conservatives or people on the right or whatever the fuck you want to call it, of which I don't even consider myself, but even many of them today would agree that the Vietnam War was completely corrupt and all that. So the argument would be that the left back then wasn't wrong. It's just that they've gone too crazy with progressivism.
I don't think that's true. I don't want to appeal to anecdote and talk about my mom or dad, but like I would be interested to see polling data on how many people thought America was in the wrong for Vietnam. I would be interested to see that. If there's like a Gallup poll or some shit, maybe somebody in chat will have a link to that. I'd be interested in seeing that.
Do you think any of these like skeptics that you argue with all the time, do you think any of them would defend the Vietnam War? Like any of the newer generation, younger generation?
Newer generation, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's really hard because there's a huge diversity of point of view right now on the right, in terms of like what they believe in. You know, like I would be hard to. I don't want to generalize any of it, right? Like there's a group of them that think that like Jewish people are literally trying to destroy the world, and other people that don't think Jews are a huge problem. Like I don't know. It's really hard to pin down like quote unquote the right on a particular viewpoint.
Okay, and then but do you think that free speech is an issue on college at all, or no?
I generally would lean yes, but I'm pretty extreme on what I consider free speech, and there are people that would argue it less than me. So personally, I think that even Nazis should be allowed to go to colleges and speak. I think that being able to entertain any point of view and then being able to dismiss it with a good argument, I think is really important. There are people that aren't as extreme as me on that, but I would argue in that case, yeah, for me personally, I would say colleges have a problem with that. It seems like people protest the fuck out of speakers that they don't like, which I don't think is a good thing.
Right. Okay, that's good.
Is there some
do you
name,
think
some
this is just another
some
like generality? I don't know if
allegiance
you've
that could be
addressed
built
this,
for the
but
group of
do you think that
people who
do you use the
believe
term
that
alt-right?
facts should prevail? And facts are what drive our elastic perception of reality?
Yeah, it's called skepticism, Leprechaun. Sorry, some guy donated to ask a question. Do I oh shit, well, I'm sorry, that guy donated right when you read your
No, it's fine. Do you use the term alt-right, and do you think it's a legitimate term?
It's probably a legitimate term, but I try not to use it. I actually like on my stream, I tried to abandon all political terms. I try not to use political labels because I said earlier that that there's such a huge diversity of view on the right that if I label somebody with a political label, all they'll do is say like, oh well, I don't believe in this or that, and it's like, okay, well what do you? And then we have to go down every issue anyway, so it's like really hard, yeah.
Okay.
Like an example of this would be like there's a lot of people that feel that they're right leaning, like on a lot of their political views now. But if you go to somebody like in the United Kingdom that's right leaning versus somebody in the United States that's right leaning, right? Somebody, they might agree on a whole handful of issues, and then when you get up to socialized healthcare, the person in the United States says, well, the free market, get the government out of my fucking healthcare, and a Brit bonger would be like, what the fuck are you talking about, mate? Get the fuck away from my NHS, don't touch my healthcare, so it's really hard to find a one political label that can describe a large swath of people.
Right. Okay, exactly. Well, I'm glad you said that, because even and I don't mean to peg you down for the sins of your
peg me, dude. Go for it. Yeah, I love when people call me out.
I'm not trying to do guilt by association, but I've noticed I browse your Reddit and I'm on your Discord decently. And it's not obviously exclusive to there, but a lot of people who consider themselves on the left will just broadly use the term. ContraPoints does this a lot, right, on YouTube, and people like her.
I think ContraPoints does a pretty good job at being somewhat specific in her speech. I've seen 7 or 8 of her videos at this point. If you think there's a spot where she says something that's really inappropriate, I would be interested in talking about it. I'm not trying to pin you down now, but maybe in the future if you want to point out an example on Twitter and I'll go over it or something. But
okay, actually, I actually do have an example in mind. But what I'm getting at is they use the term alt-right very broadly, and I think that's very dangerous because alt-right is actually a political party started by Richard Spencer, which is indeed white supremacist and nationalistic. And it's well, when you call someone like a Lauren, I don't know, maybe Lauren Southern's not the best example, I don't know. But when you call someone like a, I don't fucking know, like a Sargon of Akkad alt-right, well, is he really white supremacist? No. But then when you're allowed to use that term so broadly, it becomes a completely tainted term that is now interchangeable with white supremacy. And it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's not so much a tainted term. It's kind of like the word racist. You just kind of use it to discredit your adversary, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that's a mistake. And like I said, that's why I described Ben Shapiro at one point as alt-right. And I didn't realize that there's a lot. I don't even want to say everybody but there's a lot of alt-right people that believe in the Jewish question, that Jews are trying to take over the world. So you can't call Ben Shapiro alt-right because he's just I don't know if you call him a neoconservative. I'm not even sure if that's appropriate, but you can't call a Jew an alt-right person because half the alt-right or a large portion of the alt-right thinks that Jews are trying to destroy Western civilization. Right.
And well, with ContraPoints, the thing, and maybe this isn't the time to bring it up, but I was just going to say there was a actual particular clip where she called Lauren Southern fascist, and it's like, well, that's kind of what I mean. She's just using that's another term that gets thrown around very broadly and loosely, like fascist, and it's just so absurd because fascist is not even close. Lauren Southern, who just has maybe very right-leaning views, is not even close to a fascist or authoritarian.
I'm
Would you
not
agree with that?
sure. I think Lauren Southern hits in terms of the big. Oh fuck, dude! My government knowledge is so bad. So fascism has to do with being very nationalistic and being I want to say authoritarian, yeah. And I think that Lauren Southern is past that even national. Lauren Southern is somebody that I would call blatantly white nationalist, and I think I can support that pretty easily. And then her mode of discourse seems to play into that authoritarian mindset to some extent, pushing traditional values, the family, all of that shit. I don't know if I have a big problem calling Lauren Southern blatantly fascist, especially with the way that her messaging and everything works. Going overseas to another country to jump on boats and drive away the brown people and shit. I don't know, dude. That's a.
Do you okay? This is related, and this also has to do with some of the streams you were involved in. I'm wondering if you've noticed this phenomenon too, or if you even recognize this as a phenomenon. Is it started from the fact that I think this is when you were talking with Nick Fuentes and Lauren Southern and some other shit, and either you or someone pointed out that Lauren Southern is advocating for these traditional family values and having kids, and yet she's single, I think, and she doesn't.
And as is roaming millennial, yeah.
Right, and so what that kind of tells to me is, and kind of Brittany Venti, especially tonight, kind of lent me to believe this, is that a lot of these girls are kind of taking these positions and maybe they really believe them, but they're steered that way because it's sort of fashionable and opportunistic for them to be there. Do you think that's the case?
It's
like they're being the
possible.
odd one out, and it's like they know by there's so many. Like there's Brittany Pettibone, there's like Laura Loomer or whatever, there's Tommy Loren. I mean, like there's all these girls that are these like pretty girls or whatever, and yet they're taking these positions that are very unconventional for someone of their demographic, and even these positions that they don't even necessarily adhere to, like again, like for being traditional family structure. I feel like they're sort of masquerading as these speakers, these beacons of the right, or whatever you want to call it, whatever movement, the libertarians even, because they realize how beneficial it is to them, and they realize like they're getting a huge audience just for being a girl with that position.
So like I try to do this or something. There's an idea or concept called Hanlon's razor, and it's the idea that you never attribute to malice what can be explained by stupidity. I know that sounds kind of mean, but like I would rather assume that they genuinely believe these things and they're trying to spread them, rather than like these are people that are just trying to make a quick buck. Yeah, that's
well. It's both though. It's like and I'm not disparaging them. I'm just saying like it's a matter of they're benefiting. They're more emboldened in their beliefs because they realize how beneficial it is to them. It can be both, in other words.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
And then there's also a phenomenon I've noticed where a lot of male feminists it'll be like the opposite, where like a lot of super male feminists, super strong advocates for women's rights will also come out to be like, okay, there's like huge correlation between these male feminists and sexual misconduct or sexual harassment.
Well, like I think there's like sexual misconduct and all that shit. That seems to like happen fucking everywhere. Like let's be real at this point. Like where does this not happen at this point?
Right, but I think there is. You don't think that there's a correlation specifically between very outspoken male feminists?
So. I mean, like you see this because if you see like this happen to one or two people, it seems like a huge deal. But like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think this is just a problem. And it sucks to say, and no one will ever agree with this on certain political aisles, but it's probably like a male problem, where like a lot of men in positions of power for a long time don't really see anything wrong with using that to leverage sexual relationships with underlings. And that seems to play out time and time. It seems to play out all across Congress. It seems to play out all across Hollywood. It seems to play out all across job places. Like that seems to be a much simpler thing to point to than just male feminists are trying to make up for how much of a sexual abuser they really are or something. I don't
know. Are you aware of this was just brought up in your chat. Are you aware of the Lindsay Shepherd situation?
No, what's her stuff?
You probably have heard about it. It was involving Jordan Peterson. She was reprimanded for showing a clip of Jordan Peterson in her class.
Oh yeah, and the professor and everybody like screamed or got like super
What is your stance on that?
I don't know. The professor sounded pretty dumb, pretty triggered, I guess. I didn't actually listen to it. I just read a couple stories about it, but it just sounded like something where the professor was like way too fucking stupid, and yeah.
Okay, because I heard you touch on, because the whole topic was about the C16 thing, and I heard you touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson is a fucking lunatic when it comes to that shit. Because he's
okay, but why is he a lunatic?
Values. Because nobody's going to jail over the C16 shit. It's just about updating like not penal code shit. It's just about like updating. I think it was the Canadian approach to like protected classes, kind of the equivalent.
Ontario Human Rights Code.
Yeah, but it's basically about bringing in trans protections the same way that you would for protections for gay people and all that, the same way that it was in New York and the United States.
Right, but here's the thing is that so the reason that case is so interesting is because. So Lindsay Shepherd showed a clip of Jordan Peterson doing a perfectly reasonable debate in her class, and she was reprimanded for it. And it was actually turned out that no one actually complained. It was just, at least if I'm not mistaken. But the point is, her professors, her superiors, were citing the bill, which has nothing to do with showing clips like that or freedom of speech or whatever. They were citing the bill as reason for shutting her down from showing that. And so the point with that is, there's a lot of people, and you included, who seem to think that Well, Jordan Peterson, he's just he's talking about a boogeyman here with this bill because it will never be used to silence anyone or do anything.
So that's something I would have to see that in an article. I'm curious to see that actually happened because that sounds
that
like
they
something,
cited it against her.
That sounds like something really fantastical. I would have to see.
I can get the transcript for multiple people. Actually, they cited it as they cited the bill, and they said according to what you just did was gendered violence against transgender people by showing the clip. This was her superior. Let me find it. There are transcripts of this. And so, but the point with that would be, here, let me pull it up. Here's the whole transcript right here. If you just like hit Control F.
Was she actually, so like this was actually used to like charge the lady with like a crime or some shit? Or?
Well, no. She wasn't charged with a crime, but the bill was cited as, and by the way, the bill doesn't even cover, I think it doesn't even cover universities. But my point is that it was being interpreted by these professors as, so there was no crime involved, to your credit. But the point is she was essentially silenced due to this bill as cited by her superiors.
Do you really think it was due to the bill, or do you think they would have silenced her either way? And they would have used the bill. They just used the bill because it's like relevant.
Well, I think the fact that they're using the bill when it has nothing to do with that shows that it can be and is indeed being loosely interpreted to shut down speech, essentially. I mean, I think so in other words, that gives some credence, at least you have to admit, like you're saying, well, Jordan Peterson, he's just crazy about this shit. Like, I mean, he's somewhat right about the fact that this is being loosely interpreted.
Well, but interpreted like legally. I mean, because like teachers and shit can like take you off of a platform. What was she like a T? I feel like
she was a TA.
Yeah, I feel like I need to read more into this before having a strong opinion. Because like because I've heard so many different stories about this, and I just wasn't really interested. Because like it sounds like she was trying to like change the curriculum and shit. Like she was introducing this video in a place where like it wasn't even appropriate at all, and like that. I don't know. I need to read more into this to have like a stronger opinion. But like I mean, in terms of like if a teacher's like citing like C16, I don't know if it's relevant or not, but I know that like nobody has ever been like arrested, or there hasn't been like any like actual litigation that's centered around C16. Like a teacher saying like, oh, well, you know, like C16.
I mean, don't you think that's kind of a weak argument though, saying like, well, nothing has happened yet, therefore this isn't something we should be wary about?
Not really, because I don't have a problem with the isn't it basically just like, hey, like don't discriminate against trans people? Like, is that?
Well,
really
yes,
that
that's kind of what the optics of it are. But if that is interpreted to the point of misgendering someone is considered violence or harassment against trans people, then you could theoretically say that, oh, well, that's violating the bill. And again, like she was kind of not officially.
When you say misgendering someone, like the way that the laws are written, those have specific things. Like Jordan Peterson, I don't want to say Jordan Peterson because I haven't seen him do it, but Jordan Peterson fans tend to horrifically misrepresent this. When somebody says misgender someone, they don't mean like you see someone on the street and you accidentally call them a he or she. They mean like you have an employee. In New York, it was if you had an employee or a tenant to your building, you know that they have requested to be called a she, and you like intentionally harass them over their pronoun usage. So you'd be like, so like someone might say like, oh, I'm Sarah, you know, could you, you call me she or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, Butch. What's up, Mr. Butch? Like that kind of discrimination is what the bill is meant to protect against, not somebody like accidentally misgendering someone because they make a fuck up or whatever, you know?
Right, but I mean the problem is the precedent it sets, which is number one. I mean, it wouldn't just be limited to she or he because you could just create your own pronoun, right?
I mean,
or at least
I've never seen that done in law in a legal form ever in my entire life. People are saying that like you're gonna have to call everybody Z and shit. I've never seen that enforced anywhere in any legal format ever. If it happens, then yeah, I would call it out immediately. Like, cause I don't know if personally if I could ever call somebody Z. I probably would just use the formal noun the entire time because that just sounds kind of weird to me. But like I've never seen like legislation, or not legislation, like litigation, where someone is like, I'm, you know, the state of New York is filing charges against, you know, McDonald's because the manager wouldn't call his employee Z or whatever. I've never seen that before.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think there's a specific case of someone being jailed for that. But okay, even to take your example, like, I mean, at that point, we're essentially legislating politeness, right?
No.
And I don't.
No. So in the United States of America, are you U.S. or are you Canadian? I just
I'm a U.S. citizen.
You're
yeah.
U.S. Okay, not Canadian. So in the United States, we have things called protected classes. What protected classes are is there is a special set of protections for certain classes of people that we in the United States have decided are endowed with certain protections. So, for instance, we protect people based on race, on ethnicity and nationality, race, ethnicity, nationality. I think that age, is a protected class in some cases. You can't discriminate against people for being too old. Family status. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but if you make a post looking for a roommate or looking to rent your house, you actually can't discriminate against people with kids or against certain genders. Technically, a post saying I want only a female roommate is technically illegal because you're discriminating there. But yeah, this is so basically what it is we've decided that there are classes of people you can't discriminate against. So if an employer says something to an employee where it's like, I'm firing you because I'm sick of your shit, you're lazy as fuck, you're fired, that's okay. But saying I'm firing you because you're black or because you are gay or because you're Pakistani, these are not okay. So when people talk about like trans things and you say like legislating politeness, it's not really about being polite. It's about not discriminating against people that are in protected classes. And in New York, all they tried to do is move transgender people to the same protections as other forms of sexual discrimination, like against other LGBT people. Sorry.
I see what you're saying. I just think it's a perfectly legitimate concern to think that the like you have to be very careful with any sort of legislated speech because okay, look, even if you want to take the point of these are protected classes, ultimately someone else's rights should end where mine begin. And, I can maybe see in the case of what you're saying, like if it is like some sort of targeted harassment, like whatever, yeah, maybe that's crazy. But, if you want to take a more inconspicuous case or whatever of someone saying, just misgendering someone and not thinking much of it or whatever, basically a case that isn't as clear cut as that, right? Where it's like there's someone who doesn't go by she or he, or maybe they do, but they're clearly not. They don't visually look like their proposed gender, or they have some sort of made up gender. And if you don't call them that, or if you misgender them even intentionally, I don't think that should be.
I don't think. Well, like if you misgender somebody intentionally, then you're essentially saying that you're essentially discriminating against them on the basis of their gender identity, which. I don't know. I guess like if you think that it's okay to discriminate against trans people, then that's okay. But if you don't, then that's probably not okay.
I don't think discrimination is good, but by forcing your speech to be rigid and essentially conforming, like you don't even have forced speech when it comes to, if there's just a woman out there and I don't call her she, like there's no fucking law that makes me. That's against that. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
like
depending on how you deal with that, yeah, there very well could be. If you discriminate against a woman based on her gender, yeah, you can actually get in trouble for that. Like that because gender is a protected class in the United States. If you were a manager and or if you were a supervisor, even if you had an employee and you were making a lot of gendered comments, like like okay, well, Sarah can't go out and bus tonight because girls can't handle cleaning tables or some shit. Like if you were to make comments like that, yeah, you absolutely could get in huge trouble. For gender discrimination, you get fucked for that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different than misgendering someone who doesn't even have, a gender that's within the binary.
Yeah, I mean, like, and again, like, I've never heard of that happening.
Well, I know you haven't heard of it, but like, surely you could see that could be a legitimate concern. I mean, it's just like you have to be careful with legislated speech because the implications are pretty massive.
Well, yeah, I guess it's just weird. I mean, like in Canada, there are already hate speech laws. In the United States, we already have protected classes. I mean, I guess if this actually came up anywhere, it seemed like it was possible to come up somewhere, then I'd be more concerned about it, I guess. But like, I don't know. I just don't see this. I don't see somebody taking somebody to court for like not calling somebody a Z, and that actually gets heard in court. That's like a serious argument. But I mean, if that kind of stuff starts to happen, then yeah, I would be very much against it.
Okay.
But like, it doesn't seem like how else would you phrase this to protect trans people from being harassed by employers on the basis of them being trans, or do you think that's not a big deal?
I think that just any discrimination of whoever obviously should be dealt with in the manner that we've dealt with it. But for me, the problem just comes, and I think for most people, like most people are totally understanding about, there aren't assholes who are just like, oh, I'm just going to misgender you because I'm being rude and I hate you. And the people who are kind of taking more my position aren't certainly not like that. It's more of the issue of, when you think of something authoritarian or fascist or whatever, I mean, the first line of defense would be your speech. And it's like, you don't want to be people to get. And I know you're saying this hasn't happened yet. Seems ridiculous. I guess the schism here is that I don't think it's as ridiculous as you claim.
Well, like, so my question is, so like, just to be very clear here, do you think that trans people should be protected from hate speech, or do you think people should be allowed to hate speech against trans people?
I mean, maybe in like a workplace or something.
Well, that's what the Canadian and the New York bill apply to. It applies to people that own buildings, so talking about your tenants, and it applies to your employees. It's not just like random people on the street.
The Canadian bill, I believe, applies to much more than that, though, and that I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the Ontario Human Rights Code or whatever is just a more general thing than that, because I'm not too familiar with the New York law actually.
Okay, I thought that the Canadian thing was mainly applying to employers and then people that own buildings.
I think it applies to it would apply to schools as well.
Do you know? So like, well, okay, wait.
Like
So I'm sorry, just to be like
student.
super clear on this. So do you think that people like employers or building owners and shit, do you think that they should be allowed to discriminate on people just for being trans? So they should be allowed to use special insults against them if they're trans?
No, again, it's not about the insults. It's about misgendering, which is different.
What about somebody that intentionally misgenders?
I think if you're intentionally misgender, like, see, the problem comes into more of a matter of enforcement of such a thing, because what do you say to the fact that, or the argument that I could just create my own gender right now, and then my own correlating pronouns associated with that gender, and you have to call me those, or else I feel like I'm being discriminated against. Do you see how it's sort of subjective? Because if gender is a social construct, then I can just create my own gender, and you therefore have to abide by it.
That would be bad. I guess I just don't see this ever happening. I don't feel like that's even like part of the thing. I don't think you can create your own gender. But if that's a possible thing, then I would say that's probably pretty dumb. But I don't think that's part of the. I don't think that was part of the Canadian Human Rights Act thing, the amendment, the Bill C-16. It's definitely not part of the thing in New York. I mean, but yeah.
I mean, there are those list of gender pronouns, though, right? Like there are like the 72 or what? I mean, I don't know how.
That's in the Canadian bill, or is that like some random meme?
No,
shit
those
that gets
aren't
posted?
built into Those aren't built into the law, as far as I know. But it's like you are starting to see these sort of more unofficial guidelines coming about, and it's like. So again, like I think the key difference here is you think it's way too far-fetched that would ever be a concern, and I think it's not as far-fetched as you think. And moreover, I don't think there's a problem with wanting to warn against such a thing. Like you're just saying that's such a waste of breath because that'll never be a problem. But it's like, well, I don't think we're as far away from that as you think. And given the severity of it, I don't think it's bad to be wary of it. But anyways.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll keep my eyes open for it. I just don't see a way, because unless you have like an alternative suggestion, like I just don't see another way to like say that like we probably shouldn't discriminate against trans people for being trans. It seems like a shitty thing to do. So I don't have a problem with that. I guess if that gets abused, then yeah, I would look for more restrictive ways to have that type of legislation. But
Right. Okay. Well, all right, man. Well, I just wanted to hit on those few points. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping up with what you're doing. Good stuff, man, as always. And yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I love you, buddy. Stay safe. Be careful.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah. See you later, buddy. Destroy a minion, add its attack and health to your Cthulhu. That seems awesome. Is this gonna add 12/12 to him? Holy shit, that's crazy. I could actually win this game. This is looking pretty. This guy counters my deck perfectly. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, draw a card, it costs 1. That's like the ultimate counter to my shit. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, we have 9 cards. Okay. Never mind. Maybe we can't win. I don't know. If your opponent's hero pound ability. Yeah, it's like, it's fucking me really hard. And I just lost my Assassinate, which was pretty important. Divine Shield, but no taunt. Oh, wait! Return a minion to your hand. I could cast this and then play him and kill that. And I could do that twice, actually. Should I just do that?
Read this.
Read this. Hold on. I'm trying to do like some big ass fucking plays here, my dude, okay? Wait, why does this cost 7 right now? It costs 2 less. Oh. Attack first? Oh yeah, I should have attacked the face. That's my bad. Well met. If I draw this card, that's like a win condition, I think, right? At this point. Hero power, deal 2 damage. I need to draw that card, though. I don't know if I'm gonna get to. Oh my god, dude.
Compelled speech. When you can't harass a straight man in the workplace by referring to him as her.
Oh, man.
Despite how much of a
Oh,
pathetic
no!
Nancy boy she is.
Wait,
Sad.
oh wait, that's a death rattle? Okay. Give me Cthulhu. No. He's showing 13 if I kill this. Oh, I lost my dude. It would have been nice to play him again. Maybe I should have called him back at the end of my turn. I'm not sure. Lily can't play because she can only play 1 fucking game. Fuck Lily. Fuck you. Talk to me when you can play like 4 or 5 games, Lily, not just 1 game. God damn. Okay, I think we kill him. Return a friendly minion to your hand. It costs 2 less. No. I feel like I'm fucked. Give a friendly minion stealth. 6, 7. Like I could play this and then kill the 5/6 to save me 5 face damage. You only win if you draw the big guy. Yeah, I think we only win if we draw big guy. So maybe we just need to. Maybe I just need to keep playing these spells and try to clear the board. You think? Should I? Do you think I should trade? I could buff this guy and then trade into the 5/6. Do you think I should? But that's playing a lot of spells, and I could give him a scary board. But he's already got 10 mana. Play with Lily? Just 1 game? Should we? Alright, if she wants to, go for it, Lily. Invite me again if you want to play 1 game. Wait, Destin, you can kill the 8/8. Plus 5 attack is 7. God damn it, she actually invited me. How could I possibly kill him? Just wait and mill? He's got 11 cards. I've got 22 HP. How could we possibly do it? Give your opponent 2 coins. 10 cards in your deck. I'm holding 8 cards right now. I feel like I can't possibly win this game.
This way.
Plus 1 banana and plus 3 attack. That's giving a minion 1/1. And this is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. I can't kill this. It's got 8 life. He draws every spell. Oh, what's up, buddy? Lily, can you please help me draw a Cthulhu? Can you just say...
Destiny RAED, this
Can you help me draw
important
Cthulhu?
meaning.
Just say Cthulhu.
Okay.
Say it.
Cthulhu!
You're way
I'm
too
sorry.
late, Lily. You were way too late.
Oh.
It's okay. I still got a pretty good card, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I have to think so hard. My brain is working overtime right now, okay? Is there like a...
Cthulhu.
No, I'm not drawing it. Hold on. Is there a way to cast these? Is there a good order here? So I know I'm playing the candle. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +1, so he'll die immediately. That's good. This guy, he'll get a coin, I guess. You can still mill him? I don't think we ever win that way. Chill. Start playing all cards and then play the candle. You can clear the board.
Are you doing the dungeon run?
Yeah, I'm trying to do rogue.
Which one are you on?
Hold on, those are useless. The rogue one. He will get flooded with coins and overdraw. Oh, you're talking about the 200 IQ play. I have to kill this 3/3 first, though, right? Don't I have to kill this guy before? Okay, wait. So I'll play Candle first to kill him so that he doesn't grow into a super minion, right? So I'm going to play Candle first to kill him so he doesn't grow into a super minion. Then I'll slam all my spells to give him coins, okay? Hold on, wait. I'm so sorry, Lily. I have to finish. Let me just finish this one thing, okay?
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. Right? Okay, so I'm candling. I'm so sorry, Lily. Just chill, okay? Whenever your opponent casts a spell, draw... Oh, but he's going to draw a lot of legitimate cards doing this, guys. I don't know if this is good. Okay. Okay, Lily. 4/2 into the 8/2, do you think? I think my 4/2 goes into the 8/2.
You see that cogwheel on the bottom right?
Yeah?
Concede button?
Lily, hey. You see that knife in your kitchen in the drawer? That one that's real sharp?
Yeah.
Who cares? You need to clear. I was just asking if you knew where it was. I would never imply anything else funny. Okay. Alright, okay. You'll get 2 coins from the 5/2 to cast as well. Okay. You're right. The 5/2. Okay. Should I hero power the 5/2? I'm going to hero power the 5/2, okay? Okay, guys? I'm hero powering the 5/2. Just chill, Lily. I'm working my way through this. Oh my god. Okay. Now we have more coins. Okay. I'm gonna banana up, and then I'm gonna do 4/2 and the 8/2, and then I'm gonna banana up my 2/3. That's what I'm gonna do, Lily, okay? Right? Do you think?
Yeah.
You really think so, Lily?
Yeah.
Lily, you're sounding real depressed right now. I need you to chill, okay?
I'm very chill.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna banana. And then we're gonna banana. Oh my god. What if he's drawing like sick ass fucking cards? You need to actively use lots of spell. I know, it's just... Give a minion +3 attack. Destiny, no. Wait, what? This is what we're doing, right? Okay. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. You're praying for Cthulhu. Deal 8 damage to a minion. Oof, okay, we milled that. Give you a weapon.
I need a weapon.
You need a weapon? Are you fucking serious? Okay, I think I'm gonna run him into him. Wait, no, wait, not yet. Let's just play these.
This way.
Oh my god, Lily, just chill. Okay. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, draw a card. Oh wait, so I can kill this now, right? I think I can just kill this.
This way.
Right? Okay, because he's still gonna draw these cards into nothing. And then I'm going to return a friendly minion to your hand. Can I play him again? I don't even know if I have the mana to. Oh yeah, because he costs 0 now. Then we play him.
Are you my master?
Okay, and then I'm going to give him stealth. Because he will draw 1 and then he'll mill it. And that's his whole deck, right? So stealth, right? And then he's going to draw this at the beginning of his next turn. Please, Lily, please give me Cthulhu.
Cthulhu!
Okay, hold on. I'm not drawing yet, Lily. Chill, okay?
Oh, okay.
Please give me Cthulhu Lily. I don't want to return the card again because he's milled anyway, I think. But I don't want to return it again. Oh my god, Lily. Lily, what if I don't draw Cthulhu?
Then you have to play League of Legends with me.
Oh my god, Lily, I'm not going to get it. Lily.
League of Legends. Connect you up.
I hate you.
What did I do?
There's no way we survive. This is your fault, Lily.
Well, alright, it's my fault. Let's play League. One game. It's 2:20 a.m. Well, it's 4 there. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be talking about that.
Oh, that actually makes him take damage. Lily, if I would have just drawn Cthulhu, why am I so bad at this game? He's a 52-52 card.
How many cards do you have left in your deck?
9.
Well, RNG, you know? Haha.
I can't wait to feed this game, Lily. It's gonna be the worst game of League you've ever played.
I'll carry the lane. Do you want to support all AD carry?
You want to do that?
Do you want to try? I'm down. As long as you don't get mad if we lose.
No, I'll get mad. Never mind.
Alright.
Are you guys ready for me tomorrow? I'm leaving, I think in the morning. My plane leaves at like 9:15. And I think I get in at like pretty early. It's still like noon because it's the 2-hour difference.
Where are you going?
To LA? Wait, are you being serious right now? Wait, I said I was coming. Wait, would it really be awkward if I showed up?
No, not at all. But you're trolling me.
I'm not. Yeah, I am.
Screenshot the ticket.
I'm sorry. Oh, you got real. You were really worried there for a minute, weren't you? Ooh.
So you're not. Okay, you're not. Okay. You would not. I don't think you would ever buy a plane ticket to LA. You just drive.
Really? Considering I flew there how many times?
You drove last time, right?
Yeah, but I flew all the other times, didn't I?
Whatever. I banned Zoe so I don't play it.
Okay.
Toast was saying how he wouldn't be opposed to you joining offline TV.
Wow, I didn't know that Toast was the guy that was in the decision-making part for that. Thanks.
Well, everyone is, right?
Okay. Are they? I just get Pokey to let me in, you know?
Do you really think she likes you that much?
Don't worry about it, Lily.
Okay. Just wondering. Your chat kept me company while you were losing in Hearthstone.
Oh, nice.
They're very nice sometimes.
Run on commercials, guys. Have fun. Ah, what a day, Lily.
Fortune doesn't favor.
Yeah, you dominated our live stream, Phil. How do you feel right now? Don't you feel accomplished?
Yeah, it took a lot of my spirit energy.
And you're gonna play Undertale, right?
Yeah, eventually after I beat Nier.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Can you please let me know when you're gonna play it?
Sure thing, buddy.
Thank you so much.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
What's up?
Took off my push to talk. Oh, that was close. That was hot.
Thanks, Lily, for keeping my feelings.
I was streaming earlier, so I pushed to talk on. It's not like I like. Just letting you know. I just feel bad because like my keyboard makes a loud noise when I type it.
It's not that loud. I can barely hear it. And you don't type very quickly, so it's not that bad.
I type pretty quickly actually,
Really?
compared to like a lot of people. Yeah,
Oh,
people like.
oh, we should have re-queued.
Ask for bottom. Ask for bottom, please. Ask for bottom.
This always gets him. Hold on. Oh, he did it.
He's really bad at everything except for bot.
Yep, there it is.
Fuck! Shut the hell up.
Damn, you're so predictable.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I'm just really good at reading people. Don't worry.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna drop MF. Well, if Lily wants to win games, and there's at least one other person that wants to win games, we can win games with MF. She's just really frustrating if people don't want to win games.
I mean, you can't account for the rest of the team, though, right?
Oh, well, I'm gonna try to here. Good luck.
Okay. Have you asked Destiny who his favorite Kaon is? Have you watched Kaon?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You don't seem like the type of person who'd enjoy it very much
Probably
anyway.
not.
Mm-hmm.
That's that K-O-N or whatever, right?
Yeah, the anime.
Yeah.
Tired?
Yeah.
After a long day of debating?
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know how I browse Reddit every night, like before I sleep, usually?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through all those threads on livestream, Phil. Very excited. I have no idea what you talked about, so...
Yeah, it's just a shit show, dude.
This box of surprise.
Wow. It's pretty boring. You'll make it through like 3 clips and you'll realize this is actually really boring shit.
Then why do people clip it all? Like, you're literally... the
It's all
entire...
just like skeptic community fighting about like political issues and shit.
Hmm.
I need to buy my new computer shit and everything today, Lily. Fuck.
Are you getting a new computer?
Yeah, and I want it on this year's taxes, so I have to like do all that shit today.
I see. What are you gonna do with your old computer then?
Probably give it to my ex. She works on a lot of art stuff and whatnot. She could probably use it.
Okay.
Do I have a link to my build? Yeah, if you Google Destiny computer build or whatever, you can see all my shit, I think. Hey, if you're done typing on whatever Skype, please pay attention. Thank you.
Dick.
Oh, and there she is, shopping at the fucking store.
Say something weird to Lily to weird her out as a joke. By the way, I have been watching your debates on YouTube. I watched the race realism stuff. And as you would argue certain points, I would cheer out loud.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Keep up the good fight and love
Hey,
your content.
Somebody said that I should say something weird to Lily to weird her out as a joke.
She doesn't need to try to do that.
Yeah, okay.
Try it. What's the weirdest thing you can say to me?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's...
I'm genuinely curious what you could possibly say to
No,
weird me
because it
out.
would be weird as fuck. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that?
Alright, yeah, you're right. Why would you do that? Okay. Have you watched Black Mirror yet?
No, but I...
You should
probably
watch
will
it.
soon. I'm gonna take like a vacation
It's a
soon.
very good show to binge watch.
And on vacation, I'll catch up on TV shows, okay?
Okay. You should watch Madoka while you're at it.
Okay.
It's my favorite anime.
Wow. Wait, Madoka Magica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said something different.
You're gonna take a vacation, like take a break from streaming vacation, or literally like go to Hawaii vacation?
I'm probably gonna... I'm traveling a bit next month, and then... Yeah, I need like a week off or something. I don't know, dude. Lots of crazy shit.
Oh, where are you going?
Don't worry about where I'm going. Just like to travel, okay? See the world. Or the United States.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, stop! I know we're talking, okay? But remember to play the game. Thank you.
Wait, I'm playing the game.
Okay, well, because you're hiding in this
yeah.
bush. This is the bush where supports go to die, metaphorically, okay? Because they abandoned their ADs. Look at you playing up now. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, not too far up now. Hey.
You. You know, if you didn't say hey, I might have gotten that. Can I flash and do something stupid?
Do you have Ignite?
No.
Nope. I don't know why you have Exhaust. If you had Ignite, then yeah, that's 100% a kill. But you have Exhaust, so...
Remember the early
She told
memes
me.
with the
It's
girl
just
doing
always
a
taking that,
master's
okay?
in media
Alright,
psychology
note
was
to
trying
self.
to
Whenever I play with Steven,
prove
take a
Trump
note.
was
Sure.
good with science. Good times.
If you want to double flash, we can do like some really meme shit.
Do you want to win?
Jesus, I'm missing so much CS.
No prey, no pay.
Oh my god, you just blocked me so hard. Careful, who's the jungler? Where are they? Okay. I still have both my sums. In here.
What do the green
you-
names mean in your chat?
I don't know. It's like a level of sub. The colors all got updated for holiday colors. Sejuani's coming down.
Okay.
Just be ready to shoot that vein off of me. Fuck, I'm totally dude. Oh, I think I just died. Oh my god, maybe it didn't.
Good job. Ari's here too. Oh, I keep doing push to talk. Oh my gosh, it's really annoying.
Lily.
I thought she was gonna tumble.
That's okay.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm coming?
Well, is a pink name like the highest tier?
Maybe. Okay, never
That's
mind.
pretty cool. Hey, what color am I?
Yellow.
Sorry.
Holy shit.
Just play the game.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I've had a rough day, okay? Just let's play video games, okay?
Yeah, having a rough day is an excuse.
Yep.
You're right.
And to my... I can't help it. If she goes for this minion, we're fucking her up. Nice job. Ooh,
Nice job.
thanks.
No problem. Oh.
And you live. Nice job.
Can I be a pink name too? How much do I have to pay you?
I don't know. Don't sub to me. I feel guilty. Don't.
I've already subbed to you on Twitch.
Oh, no, that's just your Amazon Prime sub.
No, it's a resub.
Oh, wow.
Alright. Have you missed all my resub notifications? That feels kind of bad, actually.
No, I
Oh!
remember saying about it. You can't resub with the Amazon Prime shit?
I don't use it on you though.
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
Wait, what? No, you should be flat. I'm giving you actual money for
You can give
my
tons
sub
of
to you.
people actual money. You can only give one person your Amazon Prime sub. But
So you want the free one?
no, I don't. Give to somebody specialer. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I'll use it on Poke or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this set just shown up at like the perfect time. She's done it like 2 times where she's shown up at like the literal perfect time.
Yeah, she ain't.
How did I end up cleaning? Fuck, Gary, what are you doing?
What? What is you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for this video to get uploaded for today. From today's meme. It's a good dank ass meme.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, this fan is hella mad.
How do you know she's mad?
Cause she just typed in hello again when Sejuani came down.
I
See her? She doesn't know that's warded, so you can surprise her with a stun. Okay?
As soon as she's in range, yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Nice kill still.
Wait, I was trying to help. Near misfortune anyway, it doesn't matter if I kill still.
Nice double kill still. You're on your game, dude.
You're not playing Draven, and I'm playing Xerath, so I
That's
deserve
right.
to.
You scale better than I do.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Xerath, in my opinion, is like, he's on the cusp of being one of those champs that could solo carry games. His CC is really good. Yo, don't run. I got you. Oh shit, I killed the wrong person. I think he dies anyway. One more, yeah.
Oh, I don't have you.
Did you get the kill on that one? Good
Yes.
job. Wow, what a trooper. Good job.
You're being sarcastic right now?
No, I'm not. Xerath, oh yeah, I said Xerath is like one of the champs that like is almost capable of like solo carrying games. He's not quite as good as like a super fit Ori or something, but I think he's like up there. Or maybe he is even better, I'm not sure. Depends on the player.
I haven't seen Oriana's lately.
What?
I haven't seen Oriana's lately.
Oh, yeah, I don't see him too often. But Oriana seems like a champion that's always good. Maybe the people just only play her when she is good, but like Oriana is like so good, yeah.
She seems balanced. Who's Brittany Venti?
Some idiot on Twitch that is an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually think I won this fight. I don't know why I tried. It's retarded. I should have waited a minute. Oh yeah, go ahead. You can just clear the whole wave too. Okay, now you're pushing it. Now you're pushing it.
I am the carry my team deserves.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Poop.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my god.
Carry we deserve, huh?
Whatever. I'm very, very, very tired actually. It just kind of hit me like a truck. What do you think about the composition challenge winners? I like the one Steven moved me. Was that the first prize one?
Yeah. There's a monkey in here doing our blue. Can you do something? How long have you been at base? What the fuck?
I'm walking towards it!
I think it's gone.
Oh my
Good luck.
god.
Go, go, go.
I'm gonna just go in. I'm not scared. Oh,
Oh, you're so not scared. You're so brave. Good job, Lily.
thanks. Ooh, that was close.
Do you see Vayne over here?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to blow her up? Yeah?
I'm gonna go around.
Don't get cocky.
Okay, wait right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice job.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna help you.
Oh, I should have went up there. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were doing it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. If she can just smite this. Oh, okay, never mind.
Smite down? Oh, she didn't have smite. Anyway, I thought you guys had it. Maybe I should have help. Or maybe I would have just died with you. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we would have gotten dragon though. And both of us died anyway. And you died too. So in the end, we don't win.
Nice job.
Did you get any nice Christmas presents this year, Steven?
No, not really. How about you? Oh yeah, you got that. Oh, that was a birthday present. Oh no.
Rampage.
Holy shit, what was Darius just going fucking ham? How did that miss?
That's very unfortunate.
Not a problem.
Oh no! Alright. I'm done.
Dude, these golems just wrecked me. Holy shit.
Actually throwing. We're throwing.
I think we are.
We are throwing really bad. Please don't die.
I'm gonna
King.
die to this Vayne Lily 100%. I've never seen a more obvious death in my entire life.
If you don't die, Steven, be the best MF ever. I would literally call you God for the rest of the day.
For the rest of the day? A whole day of being a god in the eyes of Lily Pichu. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see how brilliantly I played that? We popped the Ghost Blade. We had the heal bait set up. We were positioned under turret. Oh my goodness. What am I, Lily? I think you're, are you not hitting your push attack? She left the channel. Oh boy. What a great meme. I think that turret's gonna die.
I've got a good feeling about this. Your turret has been destroyed.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Your turret has been destroyed. I know what I'm doing.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Nothing but
What?
powder money.
Wait, what did you say you were gonna call me again? Wait.
Hold on, there's a team fight here.
Yeah. I think I need to, like, be up there. We should be probably playing around it. We should probably not be bot lane. Good luck. Oh, just ult him? Can you...
Don't get caught.
Do you think I can... No! Oh, we got him off Baron though. Nice job. Ooh! Lily, outplay. This is your outplay moment. This is your play. Your time to shine, Lily. Lily, turn around. Lily, Lily. She's coming. He's coming through the bush. He's gonna go invisible. Okay. Got him. Some worth shit.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Well played, Lily. You got the monkey.
I wanna go to bed. I feel stressed now.
Shh, just take a deep breath.
You don't really. I was just.
Just take a deep breath.
Do you want money instead? I'd rather give you money than call you God.
You don't have to call me God, as long as I know I am. Okay, deep inside.
Alright. Okay.
Not a problem.
Okay. We're trying to win, right?
Always. Alright. I'm gonna play super serious now, Steven, okay?
Shit. Okay. Do you have a word for that? Okay. Oh shit.
Sure you can handle
If we wanted to be big memers right now. Wait, he just. Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know. Ah!
God damn it.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
so close to
really bad.
dying.
Yeah. I was just like pull from Darius, but we didn't have
That
people
was
ready to kill him.
really messy.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done better there, Steven.
You've got dangerous eyes.
Running over.
I like that.
Oh shit.
He is too fast.
Is he? What? Did my Q just not do anything? Did my Q just follow her and not proc? Did anybody see that? Fuck. Hit him, Lily!
Ah! I am so sorry. Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead. Unless I somehow make it out alive here, it would be great, yep. I should have just left. Why did I stay? Oh my gosh. I feel like laning always goes well, and then it goes to shit.
Maybe.
Do you feel like that? I feel like that.
Yeah, but I dropped her in a bot lane. What the fuck?
Good job.
Oh my. Ah, this cuckoldry, dude. No. Oh, that was really nice of you.
What? He just literally one shot. I'm so fucking. Oh my gosh.
I guess
Oh my gosh.
it's not gonna die.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Your turret has been destroyed.
play well. Let's play smart.
Step 2. Your turret
Play strong. Wait, can I get some of this?
Oh,
Not too much.
you asked me when I, like, you know.
Be right back.
Sure you can handle me, summoner?
We have to play around this because I could grab this pretty quick.
Wipe me down with celerity.
I'm like too scared to
I shouldn't have flashed away. Nice.
Good job.
Look, Wukong is bottom. We should be like doing this, I think.
Trying to defend my distance. Trying to defend my distance.
But we don't have a team with us. We need to run.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we shouldn't have been there. Oh, okay. Well.
But it's bell smirks. Your soul was cussing, that felt hurts. This Robitussin's for the wet nurse called Papa. Sweating by that hot poke, fuck that. Should've been a stockbroker, fuck that. Rapping rock smokers, fuck that. At the bottom of the well, and I'm screaming, there's still more. I grip the microphone like I'm John Gilmore. Pilot pulpit as a starfighter. The consequences can buffer. I flourish in the lag time. 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 Behind the stalactites of my mind, I flourish in the lag time. 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 While suffering was normalized, I flourished in the lag time. I flourished in the lag time. I flourished in the lag time. When suffering was normalized, I flourished in the lag time.
I think like we actually like have like a team fight. I think maybe we can win. If she dies over there, we're gonna like lose the game though. Like that's like a hard like.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, play together. Play strong. Okay. Right? Hello? Wait, is she even in here still? Oh. Wait, hello? Why is my shit all muted?
I was like
What the
wondering
fuck?
what you were.
I'm
I
sorry.
actually thought you were ignoring me.
Oh,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Oh shit. What the? Did you like? Oh my god. Did you see me die? Cause I didn't. I actually didn't see myself die. I was there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey, our end have respawn.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Cool. The team is like really cheesy and we don't... Well, we have a big front line. I'm not sure. They just keep getting the jump on us. Like this Hecarim and Wukong built so cheesy, but they like do so much damage. Oh god, run, Sej, run!
So, the mic mute was an accident?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. When I tapped over, I must have accidentally clicked it. I don't know why that got did.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
They were busy debating someone or something.
No. I was like trying to talk to you for a little bit and I noticed you weren't talking. I don't know why.
Yeah, I always talk to you, Steven. I always respond. I'm such a good friend.
Thanks.
Alright. This is so scary.
Yeah, everybody can pretty much insta-give us, so.
Yep.
Oh my god, that tail end of that trap. Oh. That was a pretty second.
Yeah.
3v, you can do it, guys. Oh my god, Lily, you're gonna have to kill that vein. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god! You know, Steven, one day I believe we will have above 50% win rate together.
Listen,
But
we're doing
right
better in
now-
lane, okay? And that's the important part.
We
If you ever
are,
want
but
to
then,
play
like-
like more than like one game in a day, then it's easy to climb. But like when you do like 1 or 2 in a day, there's not much. But that's okay. All
Okay.
right. Have fun. Be careful. Happy New Year party, whatever you guys are doing tomorrow.
Okay, you're still invited if you want to come.
Okay, thanks, buddy. I'll drive down tomorrow. Okay, have fun. Fuck, I shouldn't have taken that nap. That nap fucked me. I'm so fucked right now, guys. I'm not tired. I'm so wired right now. Michael spam.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Fucking recovering. Jesus Christ.
4 hours of that shit, dude.
I hope Stalled wasn't here for any of it.
He was.
Alright, what's up? Hit me, buddy.
So, first, I'm just here to say Stalled and I were right. Like, we predicted this would happen months ago.
that we would go full fucking meme lord?
Yeah, like, this is the logical conclusion of taking the lowest common denominator who gets mad at you about your last conversation with the lowest common denominator. You get this.
Well, listen, dude. It was quite the experience. Look at this, micspam. How can you deny this? Okay. Ugh.
I couldn't stand listening to it, dude.
Yeah, well, you should have tried participating in it. Whew. Anyway, what's up? What do you wanna go over?
Couple of things we can go about this in any order.
Mm-hmm.
Which is right afterwards. I think it was when you came back after your nap.
Yeah.
You were talking about how, what if I was wrong?
Oh, about
using
whether or
the
not.
royal
Oh, I only
I
say it
here.
tongue in cheek. I think I've gotten a lot of value out of this stuff, and I do enjoy what. I don't want to say what I've accomplished, but like, I don't know, having like a figure to like stand up to these types of people, I think is really nice. I like watching them get all flustered and shit. That's entertaining for me because I never get to see it happen at any other point. I get like a big sense of watching I think it's Michael Brooks talking to Sargon. Like I get like a really cathartic feeling when I watch people like that, like Sargon, get totally fucking stumped because they're way out of their depth. And so, like, if I ever have the opportunity to do that to people that think that they can do it to me just because there's more people in the convo, that's a really good feeling for me. I really like that. Like, I think there's a lot of value in that. Yeah.
Sargon, sure.
Mhm.
This Tonka guy, I can't agree
Oh,
with that.
the Tonka guy is fucking retarded. I didn't know. I didn't even know going in. I didn't. If I would have known, here, I'll give you this. I'll give you this much. If I would have known that Tonka was like a more aggressive, roided out version of no bullshit, I wouldn't have told Andy I was coming on. I had no idea who he was. Part of the issue though is that like since so much of this is so ego driven and so like prideful, is that like once I've engaged with him, I can't just leave because it makes me look really bad and look really weak. And part of my brand and reputation is kind of like staked on these conversations. So like rather than I was kind of like, I don't know if you agree with that or not, but like it would have looked really bad as soon as I realized like the depth of stupidity that this guy was capable of showcasing. If I would have just been like, I'm sorry, you're really dumb, I have to leave, it would have looked really bad on me, I think.
It would have looked bad insofar as it would have looked bad to a certain subset of people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's saying, because this is what Stall and I have been talking about, which is the more you focus your content, and I'm taking a different stance than Stall. I don't think you deliberately did this, but the more and more you focus your content towards the fans of skeptics, and then it became the fans of skeptics, and you went further down that rabbit hole. We have to have a conversation about whether or not you should be appearing on a program with someone who advocates for the raping of mentally ill teenagers.
Yeah, sure. And honestly, like, post this Andy shit, I'm probably not, especially with JF getting paid by him, I'm probably not going that route anymore, just because that like, I don't know if it's like, I don't want to say it's even an age thing because you're only fucking 19, and apparently, like, what JF did to that girl was disgusting on levels that are, like, impossible to, it actually like, the fact that she's mentally retarded isn't even relevant in my opinion. Like, it only makes it worse. Like, everything else plays out just as bad even if she's not retarded. That just makes it a little bit worse. Like, the idea that you have a 32-year-old guy that meets a 19-year-old, after a few months is convinced that he's in love with her, gets her to move across the country, tries to put a baby in her after living together for like 3 weeks. Like, that's insane to me. Like, that all on its own plays horribly, even if she's not mentally retarded. Oh, you're 20 now, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And the fact that like, and then Andy, like, Andy has a big heart. I don't know. The fact that he gets swayed like so easily, and like his arguments are something like, well, I worked with mentally retarded people. I'm not even sure if that's true, but it might be. But like, if you really worked with mentally retarded people, I had two separate people email me about this that were taking my side, obviously, right? Mentally ill people are some of the, or mentally challenged people, whatever word you want to use, like, are some of the most at-risk people in society for being taken advantage of. So the idea that, like, some experience there makes this okay, like, yeah, I don't know, that's insane to me.
And while we're on the subject, I want to capitalize on something I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
A theme a couple of nights in a row, which is you get this feeling, and I'm talking about you specifically, you get this feeling of disgust listening to what JF did and Andy supporting him.
Yeah.
And your immediate first reaction is, oh my god, am I ad homing this guy?
Well, I try to remain like incredibly rigid with my style of argumentation. Like, so it's something that I like to be self-aware, dude. I have to reflect so much on my shit because you have to, like, okay. So here's my biggest fear when I do all of this. My biggest fear always when I approach this kind of shit is I never want to be in an echo chamber, and I never want to be in a spot where I look back 5 years later and I'm like, oh my god, like I was circle jerking myself so hard. How did I miss all of these like really obvious tells that my opinion was so off, right? This is why I try to be like not not introverted, introspective. Like I try to really look at my shit. So the
Yeah,
thing is
that's
that
good.
what you're having is I'm walking into a community, okay? And this is going to sound really egotistical, but I'm walking into a community's full of people with hundreds of thousands of fans who feel like they are so many levels beneath me that it is unfathomable, right? So when I'm doing this again and again and again, and JF is a guy who did PhD work at Stanford in neuroscience, and all of these people have hundreds of thousands of fans. That for me to continually engage them and come out thinking like, how are these people so stupid? Like I'm constantly having to step back to make sure like, am I off on something? Am I being a fucking retard right now? Is there something that like really? So like so when I'm worried about like, am I ad homing JF? Like I'm just like checking to make sure like this isn't like totally fucking relevant. Like what is my justification for this? Like why are we even talking about this? Like I just have to be really careful that I don't want to look back in 3 years and think like, oh god, like I was so fucking full of myself. What the fuck was I thinking? You know?
And I get that, but my response to that is you're missing the forest for the trees. Like at a certain point, which is why I want, like, the phrase I want to keep going back to is advocating for the raping of a mentally ill 19-year-old.
Yeah.
You've gotten yourself to the point where
well,
you
I mean,
hear that.
I'm
and
never,
your
I'm
first
never.
thought is,
No, I understand what you're saying, but like, I mean, it's really not relevant to the arguments you're making. The only reason that I bring it up is just because JF keeps defending it and talking about it. Like, I just don't think that attacking people for shit that's going on like that, it just bothers me that he keeps defending it. But like, if that was something in his past, I don't know how relevant I would consider it to be to his current arguments.
But that's the thing. You gotta detach the two, which is you can say, I do not want to associate with this person. It is wrong for me to associate with this person, and it is wrong for other people to do so from the arguments he's making.
Sure, while he's still advocating that he did nothing wrong and while he says that everything was... Yeah, sure. Yeah.
If you say Trump should be in prison because he shot someone on Fifth Avenue, that's not ad homing Trumponomics.
Sure. Yeah, no, I understand. I guess it's just I just have to be careful not to like I feel like I'm reaching a lot of people that I didn't reach before because of my the cross-pollination going on between these communities. I feel like there's a lot of people that have been listening to these previous conversations that never knew about me before, and I'm getting like I hate to keep going back to this because it's not a great data collection, but I'm getting like a ton of like DMs and Twitter shit and emails and stuff of people saying like, oh hey, like I'd never actually heard you talk before. So I feel like I'm reaching new audiences, which I think is important, especially to expose like how fucking crazy their end is. But I do understand that there's like a limited value there. Like I'm not going to continue going onto Andy's show under that assumption, but
and then I want to, especially at the end of the year, and I think I'm gonna go on a limb and say this debate in air quotes, right after the Andy JF thing, should be a sign that maybe you've gone too far in this direction.
Maybe. I think it's just we have like crazy different views on this. And like I understand that like I pull back from like my internet autism history a little bit when I do this, but like I do think that a lot of this, like I wish that it wasn't true. I wish that like the best way to structure these was in the well-structured one-on-one debates where we both come prepared and we like hammer out our issues. And again, like this sounds so autistic to say it. I do think there is some level of street cred in terms of being able to do these things. Like I think that I got on Mr. Medicare's good side by quite a bit by being able to show up and do these things. And I think that to some extent it holds people to higher standards as well, right? Like if I'm willing to jump in, what is this, like the third time into these conversations where there are like 3 or 4 people shitting on me, I think that it makes other people look really bad when they duck out of conversations with me. Like I've established a credibility that I don't think, it sounds so arrogant, I'm sorry, but like I think that I've established like a level of credibility that nobody else like on my side has ever established before, right? Like how many people will jump into these types of conversations and do this for literally fucking 4 hours? I want to say that counts for something. I know that might feel a little intangible.
I get it, and I get what you're saying, but this sounds to me like big fish, small pond syndrome. Where you
but like now, this is kind of like what I'm focused on. It is like this like sub-million, like this kind of like growing side of the internet bullshit. Like this is kind of what I'm focused on. It seems like you and Stahl to some extent want to see me go the route of like being like a mini like Philly DeFranco or whatever, where it's like try to get on like CNN or try to do like big media stuff like that. I don't know if that's necessarily, I don't even know if I could survive in that format because of my past and everything. And this is something that I really enjoy doing and I excel at. Like would my talents be...
But you did do that before.
What do you mean?
Before the election and right after the election, you were not on this path. There was a pivot after Trump got elected. I think this is something I've just thought about a bit, but I think there was a clear marking, and hilariously enough, I think it spawned from your first couple of conversations with JF, where the content you focused on and the direction you were going pivoted away from mainstream politics. And it pivoted towards this kind of, for lack of a better term, intangible bullshit.
Well, I mean, up until we hit like the race realism shit, and I guess like before that, like the pedophile shit, I feel like most of the stuff we were talking about was pretty policy driven, focused on not policy driven, but like focused on like big right leaning movements, like the whole kind of like crazy identitarian white nationalist shit. Like I feel like all of that is pretty mainstream. And then hitting this race realism stuff, I think we pivot back into more mainstream-esque, although it's the more extreme end of it, but more mainstream-esque ideas, the existence of a superior white race and shit.
I get it, but as someone points out in chat, there was a point in time
you're debating
where
Sargon and Lauren Southern. Yeah, but I mean, like, I exhausted. Like, Lauren Southern's never gonna have another conversation with me. She's too stupid to do it. She knows that. Sargon probably fucking hates me. We're never having a conversation again.
You're right.
I mean, I'm working up. What?
But what I'm saying is, where you pivoted was to their fans, and to the people who tweet at you when they see you talk to her. The other direction you could have gone, you should have gone, and I would argue you could go, is you say, great, I've exhausted them. I'm going to look for another subject where it's the same idea. I'm taking on alt-righters, but somewhere else. Not someone who heard you say something in that debate and thought you were wrong. That's...
I mean, like, so what, like, what? Like, what? Give me an example, suggestion.
So we go from immigration, and you could have even stayed on immigration, because most of your content right now, and tell me if you disagree, politically at least, is reactive. Someone says something or does something to you, and you are reacting to it. You're not doing anything proactive. You don't have any YouTube videos which are, here's this discussion, and it's spawned by, here's this news event, let's talk about it. Here's why this happened. End of video. It's someone says, Destiny, you're wrong about this, and we're going to talk about if I'm wrong or not. And these get dumber and dumber over time. The argument I try to make, the argument Stalled tries to make is, make some content that's proactive, and you will see the quality of your conversations go up.
I'm not denying that. It's just a different realm. Like, I can do that, but like, am I offering, like, what I do insofar as these live conversations, and again, I'm going super arrogant here, I don't think anybody else right now on the left can do this, or I haven't seen it. I think I'm like one of the only people that can actually sit into this type of autistic shit and do this for like, without going fucking crazy. But in terms of like, let's talk about news stories and go over my opinion of them, like, I could do that, and there would be people that could get engagement for that, but like, there's a million other people that do that as well. And I'm not saying that like I couldn't grow an audience thing. Like maybe I could even do it better than a lot of other people. Like I'm sure I could. I mean, then a lot of like random or whatever casual YouTubers. But I think that like this niche, like I thrive in live formats in ways that most people don't. Like I can talk to multiple people. I can do things on the fly. Like this is like a really big talent I've had that I've like cultivated after years and years of practice. So to just go to like focusing on like
don't think of it as
content,
trying to build a new audience. Go into it with the mindset of, I want to have more productive live conversations. I want to have more interesting ones. I don't want to be in 4-hour-long arguments with 8 different people.
But it's just like, it's the idea of like, I would prefer to throw myself into the crowds of the opposition and preach rather than like, well, I found a neuroscientist that agrees with all of me about race realism. We're going to put him on the Destiny podcast today and talk so that all of my fans can listen. Like, I guess there is some value there, but like, rather than creating a platform where people that already agree with me can come and listen and agree with me, the idea of like turning people away from insanity on the other end, that's so much more appealing to me because I feel like I'm suited for it in like a really unique way. Even if it leads to some of the kind of like this shit show shit sometimes, like.
But like, you were talking about this earlier. What was the last truly good conversation you had?
Truly, probably the one with White Nervosa about fucking property rights, or with Bad Bunny over the booby streaming, or with Amos Yee over pedophilia, in terms of like people that could have a conversation, in terms of like actual like policy driven conversation that was a debate, with somebody that was a good conversation. I don't even know if I've ever fucking had one before. I'm not even sure. I don't know. Not with Lauren Southern, that's for fucking sure. Not with Sargon, definitely not. I don't know if I ever have. I'm not sure.
But like, we're sitting here. It's now the morning of the 31st.
A new year is upon us. Yeah.
Can you say to me, with honesty, that the direction your air quote debates, air quotes, went improved between now, not in terms of like your talent, because obviously practice is going to improve it, but the subject matter, the people, the conversations was an improvement compared to December 31st of last year?
I mean, I'm reaching more people now than I have before, and there are lots more communities that know who I am than ever did before. So I mean, I would consider myself successful in those ways. I mean, in terms of just quality of conversations, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just not as interested in like just sitting down and talking with an academic and then posting the video on YouTube. That's just not as interesting to me. I think that there can be like great value there in terms of I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like right now, if I were to leave this, what I do, if I were to leave that and take like a news analysis like point of view, like if I move over there and do that, this race realism thing is something that's about to get huge in these online communities. That's going to be like the next thing. And if I'm not here, who's willing to entertain live conversations, that whole format gets totally dropped. Nobody goes on to any of these live streams to contest any of this information, except for fucking retards like Kraut, who will fucking self-destruct. Everybody will just do the response videos. People will remain divided in their own camps, and then then the race realism will probably be the next big topic that overtakes these communities. Whereas I can put up a cogent argument against most of this, and I can do it in a live format in a much better way than 99% of the people that advocate for this type of stuff. If I leave, then that's just that whole position is just totally conceded to those people. I don't
Who
know.
do you think the biggest name will be that will advocate for race realism is? Not asking you to like hold your feet to the fire, but just what do you see the scope of this as?
So the problem that I have is that I think that what happens is there will be like a core extremist base. So people like Mouthy Buddha, people like JF, I guess maybe people like Andy, who will hold on to these extreme claims that race is real, that people are just dumb because they're black or whatever. And then people like Sargon or these larger figures that won't like explicitly say this will build normative claims off of it via dog whistles. So for instance, Sargon will talk about the importance and the difference of culture between white people and black people, and that they will kind of exist on top of this seedy underbelly of race realist truth that nobody ever like sits back and actually, you know, fights about.
So let me give you a bit of insight into my perspective, into what I'm looking at in my life for the next year, and what my biases are. I live in a congressional district that I think is WA8. I don't want to look like an idiot off the top of my head, but it's either WA6 or WA8.
Wait, do you live near Seattle?
Relatively close, about 40-ish minutes out.
Oh shit, my dude, if you were a few years younger, we could hang out. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So it is Seattle. Hear that, chat?
No, I'm just kidding. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, WA8, Dave Reichert, where he's retiring, and in a wave year, this might flip. I'm looking at who in the Democratic primaries I want to go volunteer for. So when I talk
Zoe Quinn isn't running up there, is she? Or that was
God. Who what's her name? She's on Twitter. She's one of them.
Not Randy Harper.
Not Randy Harper.
Brianna
Wu.
Wu. Oh, Brianna Wu was the person I
Yeah.
was thinking of, I think, yeah.
She is stealing thousands of dollars. Anyone who's donating her has their money stolen. You can track how much money she's getting online.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mandated reporting. She's getting smashed in a race, is still running, but is like stealing money from people. It's disgusting. But that's beside the point.
Sure.
What I'm trying to say is, you talk about a lot how a lot of people want to talk about things that don't impact the real world.
Mm-hmm.
What I see is, I care about, like, politics. This sounds really arrogant. Really, really arrogant. But politics that matter. So when I hear you tell me, like, unironically, that these random ass YouTubers, who, let's be real, are not big, are like these massive threats you need to be there to help take down. I look at that, and then I see the polling data from my district. I'm like, this doesn't matter at all.
I guess it feels like you're asking me to like step up and like be alongside like NPR and shit like that. I just don't see myself like. I just don't see myself. I could do it. Like, it wouldn't be impossible to do it, but like my set of talents works so well with this live format that to switch to a totally pre-recorded thing just seems like such a waste of what I excel at.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to admit that. I could be completely, 100% totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see a way where 1 year from now we can sit down and have this conversation. And let's say all your growth patterns continue on the same trajectory. You keep talking to the same crowd of people. I can't see a way where you can come back and tell me I made a huge difference in the world.
Well, but like that's not my goal. Isn't to like make a huge doing like it sounds like you're trying to groom me for like running for office or something. Like that's I don't think that's my goal.
Let me be a bit more specific then.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell me your goal is you want people to have these informed conversations, right? That's what your goal is. You just want to promote that.
Yeah.
There is a level where that's insane to me. Which is, and this goes back to our first topic of conversation,
mm-hmm.
which is we fundamentally disagree on the idea that you can say, this is a bad idea. This idea is bad to hold.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't hold that stance. I'm going back to the JF and Andy advocating for the raping of mentally ill 19-year-olds again here.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you say there are no ideas that we can say these are bad to hold, I can understand how your goal can be to promote critical thinking above all else. When you say, I think it is bad for society to have people who advocate for the eradication of black people in our society, then you can't look at what you're doing and say, this makes sense and this is something I can support.
Yeah, but then back to my sure, but then back to what I've always told you is that like that it's not good enough for me to just say these ideas are bad and nobody should have them. What I would rather is these ideas are bad and this is why they're bad, and then this is why we make fun of people that have these ideas. Like I feel like I don't know. Like, I feel like in 6 months, even with what I'm doing, I feel like in 6 months, this race realism shit is going to be a really big thing in all of like this whole fucking skeptosphere. It's already like divided a lot of people, but I feel like this is going to take hold and be like the next big thing that starts to like permeate this sphere. And I think that focusing on a lot of this stuff, because it kind of all tangentially relates to immigration, which necessarily relates to economics, which relates to these like larger issues. I don't know. Like it's just a topic that I'm just, it would make me personally sad, I guess, to know that if I leave it, no one else is going to step up and take my place and call people out on it. Like, it would just be
You said
totally
something
abdicating.
a second ago I want to focus on.
Yeah.
Before you got into the race realism thing,
Mm-hmm.
if you told me, I want to make sure people understand why these beliefs are bad and why we should laugh at them,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, yeah, that is something you do. I agree that you do it. We don't always agree on what ideas you attack. We don't always agree on what ideas should be laughed at, but that is something you do. As you've gone deeper into the rabbit hole of idiots, to use a term, you have shifted away from that to, I just want to find people who, like, I can have a conversation with.
Well, no, because we're still focusing on these kind of like stupid ideas or whatever. Is more what we're focused on and like the mode of thinking. No.
That may be the mode of thinking, but think back to all these conversations. How many of them have you actually been able, even in a shouty way, like you did before the race realism thing? It wasn't like these were polite debates. Everyone showed up. Both sides got equal time to speak, and then you both walked away happy. They
Well,
were
never.
fights.
I mean, no,
that's
both
what I'm
sides
saying.
never walk away. But I understand that's never going to happen in one of these conversations, right?
Yeah, I know. And what I'm saying is that happened before this shift.
No, come on. It didn't happen with Lauren Southern. It definitely didn't happen with Sargon.
That was because you weren't. You would tell me before tonight that happened because you weren't experienced enough. And if you had more experience, those would have gone completely different.
Well, Sargon's definitely would have, but like I don't think Lauren's would have. I don't know if those people are ever because like we have fundamental disagreements on like reality, right? Where a lot of these boil back to the basic agency question that there are a lot of that cancerous thought that like, well, everybody can make choices, they're the best choices or whatever all the time. Like as long as people hold these ideas, well, I'm never walking away from these conversations feeling like they were like both of us understood each other or anything, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Those conversations, you didn't walk away happy. You didn't walk away like these were really good and productive every single time after you shut off or after you closed
well,
the
I mean,
call,
like in
you're
terms of
"Holy
productive,
shit."
I mean, I felt like my conversation with Lauren Southern was pretty good in showcasing how stupid she was. I could do better now in getting her to say more stupid things. Like the data is just the plural of anecdote, like just really stupid quote. I got a lot of really funny one-liners from Lauren after that debate. I think that
like what I'm trying to say is your recent debates, a lot of them post like I'm going into race realism you haven't had the opportunity to get to the ideas to make fun of them.
Oh sure, but yeah, no, for sure. But like this whole like recent like 1 or 2 or 3 week tangent with like Andy has been like a whole monster in and of itself. Like I've never done this kind of stuff before. This is all really new to me. Is going onto a show that's like thrusting me into these whole communities of people, multiple people that vehemently disagree with me. But I don't think this is like what everything is going to be. Like every conversation from now on is going to be Destiny going into a Skype group or a hangout with like 6 people that are ready to scream him down. I think that's just been like just kind of like a recent thing that is just short-lived that's been happening because I am kind of close with Andy now, or it was.
Maybe, and again, maybe I could be proven wrong, but I just see the direction that this is going. It going further into the drama side
Into the
of
going
things.
into like the 1v6s with random 2,000 sub YouTubers? No, I don't think so.
No, not just like the 1v6s, but just
Uh-huh.
the people you talk to, drilling deeper and deeper into the personal attack shit, and this becoming as much about Destiny as it is about Destiny's ideas, and never about, let's talk about the ideas this person is espousing.
Oh, sure, but like that's always happened, right? Even when we first started, like how often do people bring up the like, oh, Destiny called someone a gook like 6 years ago or whatever? Like that shit is always like.
That's fairly recent.
No, definitely not. I've had between Reddit and all these and YouTube and all sorts of, I've had this shit thrown at me for my entire life. Every single thing I've ever done is always thrown at me constantly online and on YouTube and in chat and everything, for sure. Maybe it's like been more extreme as of recently because the JF stuff like encouraged people to like go fucking crazy or whatever, but that stuff has always been like hanging back there.
I was talking about the extremist part. I don't disagree with you saying that this stuff has been thrown at you forever. I'm not trying to like discount that. I'm just saying more and more of these conversations with people you want to talk to, not like Twitter eggs.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Have
I mean, like,
involved that.
yeah, like I said, like, this, I didn't know what this Tonka guy was like today. I had no idea.
I only listened to like 5 minutes of this, so everything I'm saying is before today. I think this is still true.
Did you listen to any of it today?
I've seen a couple of clips. I opened it up. Everyone was shouting.
Yeah, don't do it. You don't want to. It's pretty crazy. But I made inroads with Mr. Medicare, kind of. I think he thinks more highly of me now. That's always a good meme. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be quite as shit showy as it's been like the past few days. It's just like the past week and everything with Andy has just been like ultra fucking memey. Plus that whole community has had ultra memey drama going on with the past week and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Well,
just make me a deal. All right.
Okay.
In a couple of months, take some time and just reflect on how everything is going. And see if this is really the path you think you should be committed to going down.
Sure.
That's all I ask.
I mean, even after everything today, like, I think I've gotten a lot more people that have, like, reconsidered my content, or reconsidered my argumentations, at least. And there are a lot of people that are viewing, like I said, like, with the Andy stream, and I know it bothers you, and I know that it probably bothers any, like, reasonable person, and I could be wrong on this, but I have a hard time believing that anybody over the age of like 26 could listen to JF talk about how he fell in love with and wanted to put a baby in a 19-year-old girl after knowing her for like a couple months. And that's a conversation that would have never happened if I wouldn't have been there, right? That would have just been another thing where he talks about, you know, oh, I loved a girl and the state of Texas kidnapped her because I'm a libertarian and all state is violence and evil or whatever. But like getting him to admit that like he chain fucked girls on the East Coast and wanted to put a baby in all of them and loved all of them, and that his wife left without his consent, and his wife took his baby without his consent, and that he'd fallen in love with a beautiful 19-year-old girl, and he was the only one. Like, I think I got him to admit a lot of things that there are people that would have been fans of JF, but upon hearing that decided that he's really fucked in the head. That somebody that tries to rape like 19-year or that does rape 19-year-old mentally retarded girls is probably way too fucked to listen to for a variety of reasons. I think that I got him to state a lot of positions, which is something actually I took from you, the getting people to state fucked up positions. Since that 1v5 thing, that was something that you encouraged me to do, and I've been trying to do that over and over again. Even today, actually, I tried to get people to say it. They get really mad when I do, where I would say like, will you please just say this thing so that I can hear it? And they'll be like, no, I don't want to say that. Like, I think that sounds really good too, is when I'm talking to people and it sounds like they're fighting for something fucked up, and I'm like, okay, can you please just say this? And like people get really uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know. I think that in regards to the JF thing, just specifically, I think that I got him to say a lot of things that made a lot of people uncomfortable, even if you didn't see it in the chat necessarily. If you scroll down past like the most upvoted comments in that video, there were a lot of comments that were thinking that JF was pretty fucking weird there.
And I mean, my focus is more on the associating with Andy afterwards. I'm not arguing that you got JF to show his like true fucked up side. My focus is entirely on you can't associate with Andy after.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. No, seeing now that like JF is his co-host, yeah, I thought about that quite a bit yesterday. That's probably, I'm not going to be hopping on to get him because he gets a lot of money when I go on and shit, right? That's not, and they're splitting it. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
But anyway, that's it. Stud's on vacation. I know he has some stuff he wants to talk to you about, but he's not here, so.
All right.
That's the extent of everything that's been on my mind recently.
Well, have fun, buddy. Be careful. Thanks for the thoughts and the feedback.
Thanks. Nice talking to you.
Yep. Have fun, buddy.
Good night.
One of the things that I said a long time ago is that I like to focus on reality debates that actually matter. So things like healthcare, things like I guess like global warming, environmental shit, immigration, economics. So I do have to stop and think if like going down this road is like these are really worthless fucking topics that maybe aren't worth my attention. I'm not sure. I have to think about that a little bit more. That's a good point. But then when I get people like JonTron like caught in the in the crossfire because of like the way that I'm positioned, I'm not sure. I don't know. You're not streaming later? Shouldn't you go to bed? I had to pick up my student from the airport at like 3:30 or whatever. When people ask, bring up shit you've gone to at length. I can't read that sentence, dude. You have to try again. Destiny, when people ask, bring up shit you've gone to. I can't read that. I can't. Oh, I can't read that sentence. Oh, shit. You gotta try again, my dude. Oh, my God. You have to try again. When people ask, bring up shit you've gone to at length. When people try to bring up topics in the past that you've already explored at length, that's what you're trying to say. I just don't answer them and tell them to watch the multiple videos where they can get your whole thing about that issue, because after the 5th CP argument, it was easy to see what's going on. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Have you tried to be more calm like Asmongold? The way he delivers and cuts through the bullshit far surpasses your way. I think that it's mainly because Asmongold, they don't have all the built-in assumptions about Asmongold. I mean, like, I can be pretty calm. All considering, I'm pretty calm. Maybe it doesn't seem like it. Like in some of these debates, it doesn't seem like it. But like, these are pretty testing environments, my dude. Do you think facing people who gather followers and spread lies is more worthwhile than talking about immigration, economics, etc.? I don't know. Like, fuck, dude. Like, my shit has been growing like hardcore recently. And I know that's not the only way to test it, but like, we've got like this is some seriously insane fucking growth. This is like 200,000, 300,000 subscriber levels of growth. A month's worth of growth at this rate is like 10,000 subs a month, right? This puts me at over 200,000 subs at the end of next year. Considering the growth of my channel, right? Aside from this peak, we've been looking at about 1 to 2.5 thousand subs per month approximately. And like this month, I'm clocking in almost 7,000. I'm on par to clock in over 9,000 next month, assuming that the growth stays the same, which it probably won't. It ebbs and flows, right? So you try to ride the growth waves for as long as possible. Are you bothered by the insults? Do you get scared when people threaten to fight? I'm never gonna get scared of some internet tough guy threatening to fight me. Fuck off. No fucking way. These fucking retards scare anybody. They should never scare you. These guys are all talk. 100% all talk. This fucking retard would probably see me in real life and stutter a few times and walk away, even if he was 5 inches taller than me. These guys are fucking ballless fucking dipshits. I'm never scared. You should never be scared. When people are acting like internet tough guys, these are the biggest pussies in the fucking universe, dude. No fucking way you're ever gonna get scared by some dumb fuck saying he's gonna pound your face in. Fuck that shit. Nah. Do the insults bother me? I don't think so. I don't care. It's annoying. I guess like it's irritating when it deflects from my argument so much. That gets pretty irritating. But like in terms of like personally offended, I would have to like, the thing that I always view is that I have to like value the opinion of the person to get offended. And this is why I have, see, by having no personal relationships with people or anybody that you emotionally are attached to, nobody can actually hurt you. We're the ultimate anime warrior, okay? If we don't value anybody's opinions, then nobody's opinions can ever bother us, right? Fuck, sorry. Yeah, we've, the growth over the past, like, this has been crazy. I don't think this is sustainable. I think this will ebb and flow. I think we'll settle back down to maybe above 2,000-ish again somewhere, but the past, like, month has been pretty insane. And I mean, like, again, like, was I like, dude, was I getting like pretty fired up today? Like, yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, compared to shit like this,
Nick's what you
let me
said,
know
sir.
when you're.
Okay. So let me give you an example, sir.
Let's say that the poll
Let's say that the poll
is 60 to 40.
is 60 to 40, sir.
Okay, you would say that one person
You would say that one person
has a 20-point lead.
was inside my wife. I mean, has a...
Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm being all considering, I'm being pretty calm here, right? I'm doing the laughing thing. I think the laughing thing really bothers them. Do you think? I'm not sure if it I feel like it bothers because they bring it up a lot, and I feel like you wouldn't bring it up unless it like really bothered you. These people, if you can hear them in the background here, these guys are so fucking mad right now. When he links me this source that doesn't actually agree with the point that he's making, was that Tonka making the voice? Yeah. Shit, I should have actually looked at the fucking picture before I brought it up.
Gotta give you the timeless soda.
No, yeah, showing you a thing you said didn't exist. That wasn't.
Yeah, he was just showing you a thing that you said didn't exist.
Just this is, do you know how mad they are? Like, they're really mad right now, dude. The state of this conversation. He links
here's
a
the thing, right?
gotcha
When
picture.
Johnson-
He links a
No,
gotcha
no,
picture
when
that
Johnson
actually
quoted
proves
it-
my point.
No, this is a thing you said didn't exist. That your policy didn't exist. You disingenuous fuck.
You claimed that the statistic didn't exist. It does exist.
It proves my point right here.
gonna
It's
fake
right in
laugh.
it. It's even
He's gonna
circled.
fake
It's got
laugh
a
for his
big red circle
14-year-old
for him.
philosophers. Go ahead and fake laugh for your 14-year-old.
I bet it was. I bet. I don't know, dude. I mean, like, I was pretty heated today, but like, these guys were really fucking mad, dude. Oh shit, this was some funny fucking shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I need a vacation. Can't you find some people who are not retarded to debate with? I wish I could. I want to set my eyes on... Well, I tried to do Blair White, but she dodged me. She dodged me hard. And then even when I started to grill her during the first, like, the big 1v5, she ended up ducking out. And then I don't know if Roaming Millennial will ever accept. These are, like, two large figures that I would love to just sit and fuck with for, like, an hour because they're so dumb. But I don't know if they'll ever agree to that. I feel like Roaming Millennial might. I need to be more friendly, dude. I'm so mean. I think that I'm very... this sounds really, like... It sounds really rude to say, but I feel like pretty, I feel really intimidating sometimes. Like, when you see that I'm, like, mean as fuck on Twitter, and I talk quickly, like, I need to be more friendly, you know? I need to get, like, a Bob Ross persona. Would you let Rackful interview me? I guess. Kentucky college students vote to give free tuition as reparations. Really? It's Kentucky University giving black students free tuition as an apology for slavery. A non-binding vote by student leaders on a largely symbolic resolution has been misrepresented as official university policy. All right, let's listen to her talk about this for a few minutes. Thanks, Bad Bunny.
Hey, this is Roaming Millennial. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about reparations for African Americans, or black people, people of color. Not quite sure what the proper term is anymore. And first, just
Oh, never mind.
a quick shout out to our sponsors at TradeGenius.com, and if any of that sounds interesting, the link will be down below in the description bar. Now, as I was saying, perhaps it's just me, but over the past, I'd say 5 years, along with the rise of the regressive left and black nationalist movements, I feel like I've seen a rise in demands for slavery reparations for black people. For example, take the movement for Black Lives. As part of their platform, they quote, demand reparations for past and continuing harms. The government, responsible corporations, and other institutions that have profited off of the harm they've inflicted on black people, from colonialism to slavery through food and housing redlining, mass incarceration, and surveillance, institutions that take the movement for Black Lives. As part of their platform, they
What is the movement for Black Lives? Who is there like somebody big in this movement? About us. Reparations. We demand reparations for past and continuing harms. The government, responsible corporations, and other institutions that profit off the harm inflicted on colonials and slavery through food must repair the harm done. This includes reparations from full and free access for all black people to lifetime education. All right, these people are fucking crazy. Guarantee. Oh yeah, I don't know. Damn. Is this like a big movement? Or are these like extremist dudes? Yeah, I'm not sure. These people sound pretty crazy though. Sure.
quote, demand reparations for past and continuing harms. The government, responsible corporations, and other institutions that have profited off of the harm they have inflicted on black people, from colonialism to slavery through food and housing redlining, mass incarceration, and surveillance, must repair the harm done. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. I do not agree with the concept of reparations, but it's not something I've really gone into detail about on my channel. However, in light of a clip I recently saw from Tucker Carlson's show, I thought now might be a good time to bring it up.
Well, Western Kentucky's Student University Government Association just passed a resolution calling on their school to provide free tuition for all African-American students. Why is that? Well, they say it's to make reparations for slavery, a practice abolished more than 150 years ago. The resolution also, by the way, denounces standardized tests for, quote, upholding white supremacy, and calls on the school to admit any currently incarcerated black person who wants to attend. They do not exclude violent criminals from that category.
So this story clearly has a lot of meat to it. I mean, we've got demands for reparations plus demands for free tuition all wrapped up into one ball of social justice fun, and we're gonna get to that. But first, I want to quickly address the claim that standardized tests uphold white supremacy, because I don't know if you caught that, but that's something that the student government is also claiming with this resolution. Standardized tests are not racist, and they certainly don't uphold white supremacy. The students at this university are not the first to say that tests like the SATs discriminate against black people, but the claim is ridiculous no matter who it's coming from. The gap between the scores of black students and white students has long been used as evidence of racial bias in standardized testing. The problem with that, though, is that that's the only evidence that's ever used. Of course, there are legitimate criticisms of standardized testing, how the tests are created, how they're conducted, and whether they actually measure what we mean them to. But discrimination and racial biases are not part of those valid criticisms. The tests are the same regardless of who's taking them. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your sex is, what your religion is, or what your orientation is. The SATs are the SATs. You can't claim that the SATs are biased against black people just because on average black people tend to do worse than the other races when presented with the exact same test. That would be like me saying the sport of weightlifting is biased and discriminatory against little Eurasian girls because I happen to suck at it. And by the way, if there were racial bias in the SATs, it wouldn't be toward white people. Based on their higher scores, if anything, the SAT upholds Asian supremacy, not white supremacy. And I know crying about racism is a heck of a lot easier than just sitting down and doing the work, but trust me, it's not going to get you as far in the long term.
Andrea Ambaum is a student senator at Western Kentucky University. She co-authored the resolution in question, and she joins us now. Andrea, thanks for coming on. The question is, would this apply to students whose families weren't here when slavery existed in the United States? So a lot of recent immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean, would they benefit from this?
Now, this is a great question and an argument that I myself bring up when arguing against the concept of reparations. From what I've seen, a lot of people who advocate for reparations seem to operate under the assumption that every single black person in the United States was affected by slavery. But when we look at immigration records, we see that that's just not true.
So when we talk about reparations, we're definitely specifically talking about people who have direct ties to slavery, Jim Crow, and segregation. I think that there are separate but just as important conversations to have about African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants who come here and also face racial discrimination that inhibits them from education as well.
So from the sounds of it, she recognizes that newer immigrants shouldn't benefit from slavery reparations since they were never slaves, but it sounds like she still thinks they should get a little something for all the discrimination they have to deal with. The first issue I see with that is that black immigrants are actually doing pretty dang well. Better than native-born blacks in a lot of cases, actually. They have a higher English proficiency than other immigrant groups. They're about as likely to be married as the general U.S. population, and way more likely to be married than black people born in the U.S. They're just a bit less likely than the general U.S. population, and considerably more likely than African Americans to have a college degree. And finally, the real kicker is that they have an average household income about $10,000 higher than black people born in the U.S. And in fact, some African immigrant groups, like Nigerians, have a higher median annual income than the general U.S. population. If that's discrimination, then sign me up. Looking at how successful African immigrants can be, it's almost as if the United States isn't just this racist country that really hates black people, and that maybe, just maybe, individual choices and larger cultural problems are blamed for.
We were doing okay up to here. I hate when she talks about the other point of view, though. I don't know who this sounds pretty dumb. The whole like whatever this website is, I don't know. This sounds like some crazy fucking people. So I guess I'd probably agree with her there that they're crazy fucking people. I'm too lazy to listen to her. I see what she's saying about the Kentucky University people. What was alleged intended to be symbolic, and the university has confirmed it will not be implementing this policy. The American Bacon website reported the Western Union will be granting free tuition to black students as an apology for slavery. Roman Millennial didn't say that, though. She quoted Tucker Carlson, who said it was just a student union voting, to be fair. You're gonna watch Counterpoint's new video, the one on capitalism. But I love capitalism.
When you look into the pools of the 9/11 memorial at the World Trade Center, you start to ask yourself questions. Why is the world bad? What did all these people die for? Well, for freedom, I guess. And like, American values? But what are those values? What kind of freedom is it that we have? The 9/11 memorial shares the World Trade Center site with the largest shopping mall in Manhattan. There's a Forever 21, an Under Armour, a Kate Spade, and a pair of shoes that I want, but they're too expensive and my feet are too big and I'm too tall to wear high heels anyway. Fucking neoliberalism? What even goes on in these big buildings? I've been looking at them all my life, but I've never been inside one. Are these the towers where the ruling lizards gather? Drinking human blood? Licking whipped cream off the interns? What the hell even is this country? Just the same terrible shit copy-pasted all over the goddamn place. Longhorn Steakhouse, Golden Corral, Staples, The Red Lobster, PetSmart, Chipotle, Fridays, Dave & Buster's. I guess it's not so bad, as long as you kick things up a notch. Yes, I want to add the lava cakes when I order Domino's. Of course I want the fucking lava cakes. I'm gonna put the cake on the pizza. Put it all in me. Fill me up. Oh, god damn it. It was so good, but I ate so much I think I'm gonna die. Look what capitalism made me do.
Control of vast parts of territory all across the Middle East.
Political dissent begins with a vaguest feeling that something's wrong, and a lot of people have that feeling. But the problem with...
Okay, tomorrow maybe, okay? Oh fuck, I've had my donations muted.
Mindless pieces of ass. The roosie is obvious, my nigga.
Beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster, for when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. Wow, thanks Nishi for donating that at $5. Please keep doing what you're doing. You saved me and many others from going down the rabbit hole and questioning a lot of beliefs we took for granted. Also, the shit show is entertaining as fuck, and the shows that the left can be edgy and fun too. Wow, thanks 11 for that $5. Remember the early memes with the girl doing a master of media psychology was trying to prove Trump was good with science, good times. Steven, just admit you're trying to fuck Remy Millennial and those other alt-right mindless pieces of ass. Destiny, it's 4 AM, why are you still awake? Yeah, I need to sleep. Alright. Do you think you just steady ahead for YouTube, or do you need some other transformations? I don't know. I think we just steady ahead for now. I would like to move, wow, thanks for the 15-month Twitch Prime subber, dude. I would like to have, like, better conversations. Once I get through this race
Twitch
realism
Prime
stuff,
memes.
I really want to get into, like, some big conversations about it with people. Would be really fun. And I think that this gives me a good outlet to like, engage, like, some academics as well. So hopefully we move into, like, more formal territory than just, like, the massive scream fest that it's been, you know? How tired are you? After that earlier conversation, I had to take a nap. I needed to, like, recharge from that. So I'm really wired now. But I need to try to sleep soon because I'm going to fuck my whole life up if I stay awake too late tonight. Yeah. I love you guys. It's been fun. Do you dream about debates? Fuck no. Alright, yeah. Stay safe. I love you guys. Rip on. Cappuccino, Pappuccino, Cappuccino. Please respond to my question. What? You're not even a sub, dude. You demand this? Do you guys need to sub to get him to answer questions? Sorry, I'm new here. Destiny. Oh, it's because you didn't even say my name. You only typed in Estiny, so I didn't even see it. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to troll here, but when you say that blacks shouldn't get compensation, or it's time to talk about how do you feel about Native Americans who got compensated for government/state sanctioned atrocities, which is similar to the same that African Americans suffered. Please respond. Okay, so like, there's two things here that is some real ass shit, okay? The first thing is Native Americans are just fucked, okay? They're just fucked, and they're completely fucked, and they're fucked. I'm not even sure if there's anything to unfuck how fucked. I mean, like, we kind of took their whole fucking shit. Like, I don't even know, like, how you even approach that shit. You kind of just pretend that they don't exist, and then that's our solution to that. So that's Native Americans. I don't know, like, what reasonable argument you can have there. Like, yeah, Native Americans just got fucked. I mean, we took all their shit. Like, what are you gonna say? For African Americans, I don't like reparations because I just feel like it's a weird road to go down. The idea that a population that didn't oppress you has to pay for you being oppressed. I just don't like the concept of that. I just don't, by your ancestors even being oppressed. I like more the idea of, I like stimulus. I like targeted, like targeted tax benefits or targeted policy to help disadvantaged groups of people, many of which are disadvantaged because of prior policy in the U.S. I just think that's a much better thing, a much better idea than like, does that make sense? Like, for instance, like, rather than like, we're going to let 100 black people into school because slavery happened, it's more like there's 100 black people that are in socioeconomically disadvantaged positions who are going to be given access to more education because that would just probably make everybody better off. You know, I think like I prefer that rationale, the latter versus the former. Nothing Tonka says has anything to do with the Aiden case. He's fucking retarded. He has nothing to do with what he has no idea what he's talking about. I wouldn't take that guy's word at value for anything. Regardless of whether they're fucked or not, it doesn't answer my question. If a minority is repressed from a government body, like Jews getting compensation from Germany, should they get it or not? You said the idea is silly, so I just want a strong answer. Well, yeah, I mean, that was the strongest answer I could give. I don't think, reparations just don't seem realistic. No, I don't think they're a good idea. It just doesn't seem realistic at all. I don't know, maybe if there's like a realistic way of... No, I'm just not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Why do you think Tonka, or whatever his name was so upset? He had a lot of preconceived notions about me. He clearly hated me, right? He hated me since the JonTron conversation. I would love you to talk to Jeff to ask him what he... Oh. I don't think I'm ever talking to Jeff again. I don't think that's gonna happen again. But we'll see. Oh, that's a good point too. You can't unring that bell. If they get money from the government and it does not help or improve their situation, then what? Yeah, sure. Okay, I love you guys. It's been fun. I need to sleep. Stay safe. Reparations, cappuccino, pappuccino, hop. Wait, hold on. Alright, never mind. Okay, yeah, I'm going to bed. I love you guys. Have fun. Be careful. Rip on.